At the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
Game 2 of the Battle of Barnstable comes to McKeon Park as Hyannis and Cotuit do battle for the second time this season. And with that, we welcome you inside and upstairs the Tim Elstrom Broadcast Center alongside my broadcast partner, Nico Sharp. I'm Jacob Irons. So happy to have you with us. This game is big for the standings. Nico, Hyannis standing a half game behind Cotuit as they sit in the 2-hole in the West Division right now.
But from Wareham to Hyannis in the 3 spot right now. Only 2 games separate all 3 of them. Every single game is going to matter, and that's going to play a huge factor here with Hyannis and Cotuit matching up today. Another Western Division matchup. Yeah, today kicks off the second time they'll face each other, but it also kicks off a time when they are statistically so close between the two. Yeah, when you look at it right there, Hyannis has the edge over them in batting average, but it's Cotuit taking care of it on the mound so far, outsiding the Harbor Hawks. But look at those numbers. The numbers speak for itself. The numbers are close. The Game 1 matchup between these two are close. Now back here at McKeon Park, it's going to be a great game here in front of us. Yeah, should be a lot of fun. And for Hyannis and Cotuit today, it kicks off a 2-game stretch between the two teams as they will face each other for 2 times in 5 days. They'll face each other on Thursday after the makeup of last Sunday's rainout. They meet again this Sunday here. Finally going to get the opportunity to play. Weather shouldn't play a factor. Yeah, weather looks great outside. A little humid out, but sunny weather, clear skies, shouldn't be rain. But this is such a good matchup. Should be good pitching on the mound by both sides. Both teams coming off a loss last night. Both teams going to really want a victory. It's going to play a huge factor. Got a little bit of a chip on your shoulder. Battle of Barnstable, super excited for this one. Clear skies, nothing to worry about on that part. You talk about the pitching matchup. It's Jason Reitz for Hyannis getting the start. Then it's Joseph Volker from on the other side getting the start from the Stanford Cardinal. Reitz getting his first start as a Harbor Hawk, but you spoke about it. It'll be Volko going for the Cotuit Ketleers. And that's a guy, the only thing that's beaten him so far has been his command. When he's throwing strikes, he's been dominant, but it's just going to be a good command. If you can go right after these Harbor Hawks hitters, he's had success when he has that command with him. And for Jason Reitz for the Harbor Hawks, had an appearance so far, came out of the bullpen, gets his first start today. The tall, lanky right-hander, fastball slider changeup guy, electric arm, can get to the high 90s. So look for him to attack the Cotuit Ketleers. Yeah, go to the attacking portion. Tonight, it's going to be big. You want to pitch strikes, you want to be ahead, because there's a lot of rivalry. These are the two teams that are positioned within the same town. The town of Barnstable has a couple different villages in them. One of them's Cotuit, one of them's Hyannis. Whoever wins this series walks away as the winner of Barnstable. It has all the bragging rights it has for the making of a great game tonight. I talked to Mitch Carricker about this game and what it means for his team and community. Your game yesterday, walk us through what you saw from that one.
Yeah, I think the conditions were tough, really tough. Even when we started, it was really windy, misty, a little wet out there. We fought through it. Had one inning that didn't go our way, and towards the end there, our hitters were having a tough time seeing, our pitchers were slipping, and at that point, safety became a concern on both sides. And so we decided it's best to just shut this thing down before somebody gets hurt and move on.
Yep. Come back home to McKeon Park, 7-1 inside the confines here in Hyannis. What has proven to be such a key part of being able to play so well at home?
Yeah, I think it's just a comfort level, right? We're out here every single day. We understand what the ballpark is. Being able to see the ball really well in our own park is big, and we've just had a lot of success here. We've pitched really well here. We've played really good defense here, and we've been able to score some runs. So hopefully we can keep that going tonight.
How much do you think that comfortability is factored in with you get a little bit more of a rest time since you're not just jumping off of BP into IO?
Yeah, I think that's a little bit of a factor. I think no bus, right?
Yeah.
You get to kind of go at your own pace. We're here nice and early and comfortably, and so I think that plays a little bit of a factor into it. And then the other side of it is just baseball. We've been really good at home.
Yeah. You get Jason Reitz out on the mound for you today. His first start for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks in his pinstripes. What do you need to see from him?
Yeah, I think from his last outing, he was really good. Command of 3 pitches, and if he can do that tonight, he's going to be really successful. We got a good club over there in Cotuit, and so we need him at his best, and I think it starts with command of the fastball and then using the off speed when he needs it.
You mentioned Cotuit. This is going to be now a time that you're going to see them. Looks like rain will stay away here for the most part today. You face them now. This will be the first time, and then you'll face them again on Thursday in a short period of time. What do you need to see out of your team here today?
Yeah, I think for us, we just need to play our brand of baseball. We need to put pressure on the defense. I think we can run a little bit, so if we can steal some bases and do that, those kind of things, we'll be okay. From the mound, we just need to throw strikes like we talked about, play good defense, and see where the game takes us. But they're throwing a big arm over there in Volchko. He's going to be really good for them, and so hopefully we're up for the challenge.
How do you go attack him?
Make him throw strikes. He's actually from right down the street of Fresno from me, so I saw him in high school. And he had a great year at Stanford this year as a freshman. He's got an electric arm. Command at times can be in and out. And so we just need to be disciplined at the plate, take what he gives us, and hopefully we can get some runs on the board.
Coach doesn't even need the scouting report tonight. Already has it locked up in his mind. Thank you so much, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
It's the lengthy 6'10" Jason Reitz who gets to start today, his first start of the summer in Hyannis blue and orange.
Yeah, the tall 6'10" junior. This will be his second appearance, first start. Did have an appearance earlier this past week. 2 innings pitched, gave up 2 hits, 3 strikeouts, no walks, and most importantly, no runs out of the first outing from Jason Reitz. This is a guy who's going to be a fastball, slider, changeup, tall frame, electric arm. He's going to reach all the way down there and use that frame to his advantage. And look for him to try to get a lengthening outing here in his first start.
And he's going to go up against a tough lineup in the Cotuit Ketleers. That 1 through 9 is really producing.
Yeah, it's going to be Grant J behind the plate, Tanner Thack, the first baseman, Brooks Bryan in the designated spot today, Devin Taylor out in right, Tyler Cerny, the shortstop, the Texas Longhorn, Max Ballou over there in left field, Kien Vu playing center field, Jaron Advincula at second base, and Nolan Naraki at the hot corner at third base.
It's going to be a tough lineup like that we talked about to go up against their 4th in team batting average at .253. And it's going to have to be on right from the start, understanding how important this game is for the two sides. Hyannis stands a half game back of Cotuit. And while we're not even at the halfway point of the year, these head-to-head matchups with teams that are in your division, that are ahead of you, are so crucial to be able to go up and jump. First pitch is turned on by Jay. That goes foul up by the trees.
And it's early in the season. We've been saying every single time, especially on these Western Division matchups, it is early, but these head-to-heads could matter. It could be the difference in the playoff seeding. So it's going to be so important for both teams to really lock in here a little past quarter of the way in the season to get these Western Division wins.
1 is called for a strike on Grant J. Behind home plate is Dalton Bargo tonight, making his first catching appearance for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. For Bargo is a true utility man. For Tennessee this past year was primarily a corner outfielder, but started his college career with the intentions of being a catcher when he started in the NCAA for Missouri.
Yeah, we've seen him so far in left field. Also has the ability to play in the corner infield as well. Can play third, a little bit of first base, but this is his first time back there behind home plate. You can see him with the Tennessee Volunteers gear.
It delivers the 0-2 that snubbed away as Grant J continues to try and fight in his first AB, batting .222 so far on the summer.
Talked about a little bit pregame. Reitz is going to be a fastball slider change guy for the most part. Mid to high fast 90s in this fastball.
1-2 misses low at 84 miles an hour.
Really like the way Bargo's catcher's gear looks behind there. Got the orange, got the dark gray with the orange tints. I love it. Looks really good back there.
2-2 is low. To load the count full, Grant J out of Dallas Baptist. Good job of having Reitz open up his 3-pitch arsenal early. Payoff pitch is outside, and Grant J works himself back into the count to earn a walk.
That's a really good first AB from the leadoff Grant J. Able to work the count right there, work a 3-2, take a couple tough pitches downstairs, works the walk.
Talked about Dalton Bargo. Let's take a look at the rest of the infield. It's Silva, Lodis, Gazdar, and Cavill rounding out the infield. It'll be White, Tate, and Kepley in the outfield today for Hyannis. First pitch of the at-bat to Thatch is deep to the wall, and it's over. Tanner Thatch sends a moonshot to center field to lead Cotuit scoring. They lead 2-0.
Tanner wasting no time right there. The first pitch he sees is a 93-mile-per-hour fastball, and he hits that ball even harder. 95 exit velocity off the wood bat of Tanner Thack right there, and that's a great swing. Sends it to dead center. And Cotuit Ketleers off to a 2 early lead.
That's Thatch's 6th home run of the summer. Came in a tie for second with that home run. Moves himself into lone second in the Cape Cod Baseball League, all trailing Vahiva Aloy, who has 8 with the YD Red Sox. Brooks Bryan looks at a ball outside.
And the way Aloy has been swinging it, he'll probably have 9 after today.
Pitch downstairs on Bryan, 2-0. Bryan batting .222 on the summer.
And there's that home run swing right there. Tanner Thack saying to dead center field. Center fielder Tate, nothing much he can do about it as that one went into the trees out there to dead center.
2-0 is sent into left field. Mason White gave it a look, but it will drop right before the Harbor Hawks bullpen. 2-1, and it landed right by the Tiger Lilies out there in center field as well.
So first it was the Osprey last game. Now you just can name every single flower. Is that a new thing? Is that another piece of expertise from Jacob Irons?
No, I spend a lot of time in center field setting up our center field camera. So I go looking around, and I thank my grandmother. She's a little bit of a botanist. So I have a Rolodex of flowers that I know, not all of them. The 2-1 is called for strike inside on Bryan, 2-2.
Second changeup he's shown this at bat to the left-hander Brooks Bryan. And Reitz is going to be a guy who mostly is going to throw that changeup to the lefties. Has shown it to the righties, but loves to throw it to these lefties.
2-2 fouled right back behind home plate. Bryan tends Troy in the spring. It's Dalton Bargo, like we've talked about. He's getting some reps in for Tennessee. Didn't see him all that much with Tennessee behind the plate late into the season, as it's a roller over to Cavill, who underhands it to Reitz for the first out.
Threw that changeup once again, and he threw the 95-mile-per-hour fastball the pitch before, doing a great job of using the fastball and using that changeup right in behind it. Great job of mixing up pitches there. And he's already has 15 pitches this inning, got his first out there. Going to be so important to limit the pitch count to try to extend into this ball game.
Devin Taylor now stands in, the Indiana Hoosier, to take a look at Reitz for the first time this evening. It's a pitch low, 1-0.
Taylor hitting .278 so far this Cape Cod season. This is a guy who's been consistently in their 2, 3, and 4 hole.
1-0, hard grounder over to Gazdar, who comes up and sidearm throws for the second out.
Good pitch from there from Reitz. Working down in the zone, going to be so important. That exit velo, 99 miles per hour off the bat, right to the glove of John Gazdar. It's a great swing from Taylor to go down and get it. But a routine play for the second baseman, John Gazdar.
Tyler Cerny looks at a called strike. Upstairs and away. He's trying to bear down and get that final out. He works a breaking ball for the 0-2 count.
Back-to-back sliders right there. It's a great job from Reitz, pitching maybe a little bit backwards here.
0-2 from Reitz is in the dirt. Bargo's able to get his chest protector in front of it, 1-2.
Once again, Bargo's first time back there, first time getting to catch these guys, so it's going to take some adjustment. So far, showing the great ability to block and keep the ball right under him.
Cerny keeping his at-bat alive. Had 315 with the Indiana Hoosiers this past spring. 1-2. Rolled over to Lodis at short. And makes the throw to Cavill. It's Cotuit and a 2-run bomb from Tanner Thatch leading the scoring in this one. It's the Battle of Barnstable as we go to the bottom of the first.
Hey Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
Welcome back. It's Joseph Volchko getting the start for the Cotuit Ketleers out of Stanford, Southern California, right where Mitch Carricker coaches, the manager of the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Skip talking about how he had the opportunity to see Volchko during his senior year of high school and how he pitched because he was scouting guys on his team as well as recruiting for later on down the road.
Yeah, he's going to be the freshman wearing number 46, right-handed pitcher for them. Had 1 appearance so far. This will be his first start of the summer for the Ketleers. 2 1/3 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks. Gave up a couple runs, but this is a guy who's been pretty effective for them so far. So look for them to go right after and have good command against the Hyannis Harbor Hawks.
That'll be Kane Kepley leading the way for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks today. Comes in with the 4th best on base percentage at .481. Nothing misses outside to Kepley, 1-0.
And Volchko going to be a high velo guy. First pitch right there, 97-mile-per-hour fastball.
1-0 misses outside. 2-0 is Kane Kepley leading the way in walks with 20. Right now on pace, trying to go grab the walks record for a season, which stands at 55, set in 1974. He's on pace for 52 as he comes in today and looks at a strike there.
And another thing that he is chasing, 487 on-base percentage. He would be the first player since the 2012 Tony Kemp to have an on-base percentage of over 485. So Kane Kepley so far having a pretty historic summer.
Volchko ahead, and the 2-2 is inside to have a 3-2 count for Kane Kepley, a count he's very familiar with. Payoff pitch is grounded foul.
And to have your leadoff have 2 historic runs with on-base percentage and walks, that is exactly what you want from a guy that's in your leadoff spot. Find ways on any way you can, whether it's a walk and having a on-base percentage of just under 5. That's what you want from your leadoff guy, allowing the guys behind you to produce runs.
We touched upon it, Nico. Having the leadoff man be able to see the full arsenal of pitches that a starting pitcher has proves to be so beneficial for 2 through 9 behind him. Payoff pitch comes once again, and Kepley continues to fight.
Continues to fight, and this will be the 8th pitch of this at-bat. And not only is he doing that, but he's getting it done on the base paths when he gets on base. Leads the team in stolen bases. So far, he has 12. Next man behind him is Nick Groves with 6.
3-2 is in the dirt, and Kane Kepley works his 21st walk of the summer.
And the two things, Jacob Irons, that we just talked about, on base percentage and walks, just proved right there. Finding a way on. Now you have a great hitter in John Gazdar right behind him, but that is the at-bat you want as a leadoff hitter, working 8 pitches right there, getting on base to lead off the game.
And it shows why he's also first in the Cape Cod Baseball League with 18 runs as well, because he puts himself on board, and when he has individuals like John Gazdar and Blake Cavell behind him, that is huge bats that make contact and put the ball in play to allow him to go off and run.
7 on deck, on 7.
First pitch to Gazdar was a slider, but we're going to keep on going with Kepley here because he finds ways on. We saw with the walks, on base, again to get stolen base, and the runs come from those stolen bases, allowing him to get himself into scoring position. And then, yes, it is these guys, the 2, 3, and 4 for the Harbor Hawks, who have been able to produce those runs.
John Gazdar in his last home game before he departs in preparation for the draft here this evening. Place that has held such a special place in his heart. This is second summer on the Cape as Gazdar lets one fly into left center field. Ballou is there to make the grab. Kepley retreating back to first.
And just getting caught off his front foot there. That's a breaking ball there from Volchko. And getting trying to use his hands right there, just getting enough wood on it, but that ball just hanging up in the air.
Charlie, off you.
Now that brings up Blake Cavell,
You're on deck, but I'm ready for 6.
first baseman from Western Kentucky. Pitch is low and in the dirt to Cavell.
4 on deck.
You can see the numbers here for Blake Cavell, finding ways on base. Had the long ball when he welcomed himself into the Harbor Hawks lineup.
A 1-0. Cavell grounds over to Naraki at third. They get one, not in time for the double play. Blake Cavell is able to run down to first in time to beat out the double play. That's Naraki getting the leadoff man at second. Now Alex Lodis, the cleanup batter here in Hyannis' lineup this evening.
And there you see it, the lineup for the Harbor Hawks, who are going to be in business today. You already met Kane Kepley, Gazdar, and Cavell, but look out for that bat, Mason White, having 2 home runs added to the total in last night's matchup against the Firebirds.
First pitch to Lodis is a strike, as is the second on the breaking ball at 85.
It's a sharp breaking ball from Volchko. He has a slider and a curveball, likes to use them both right there, and we saw that curveball right there having more vertical break.
The 0-2 misses.
And giving Lodis 2 different looks right there. Curveball, the pitch before, and then just went to that slider, try to hit that outer corner.
1-2, high chopper right back up the middle. Going to be a ranging play for Cerny. He can't get there. Vu comes crashing in. It's a single for Alex Lodis. His hot summer continues, Nico.
That's a beautiful swing right there. Again, went to back-to-back breaking balls, then tries to gas up 97 to blow it by Lodis. Lodis doing a great job, keeping his hands up the middle, working long through the zone, sending it right back where it came from. It's a base hit up the middle.
Mason White stands in with 2 on and 2 away. Hyannis trying to respond after Cotuit opened up the scoring in the top of the first from a long ball from Tanner Thatch.
And only having 13 at-bats is Alex Lodis staying on first base, but hitting .538, so far having major success for the Harbor Hawks lineup.
Someone that has found success as of late is Mason White. Had his first home run of the summer in blue and orange against YD, that 430-foot bomb. Then yesterday scoring Hyannis' lone run with the home run out beyond the right field fence at Eldridge Park in Orleans yesterday.
And that was a hard line shot. First one was a 430 sent over the scoreboard, but that one was a hard line shot. Working pull side once again was Mason White.
Two-one is a swing and a miss from the Arizona Wildcat.
Volchko's ability to change velocity, 97-mile-per-hour fastball, and backs it up with the 89-mile-per-hour. So having that kind of velocity difference is going to keep these hitters off balance.
2-2, swing and a miss. Volchko is able to strand Cavill and Lodis at their respective bases. Harbor Hawks were knocking as Volchko shuts the door. We go to the second. Cotuit leading 2-0.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
The lights of McKeon Bright stay bright all season long thanks to the NAC Cape Cod. The NAC offers 2 locations in Hyannis and Orleans, both offering delicious burgers, tacos, sandwiches, and more. Visit thenacapecod.com to order online today. The NAC Cape Cod is proud to be the Light Up the Park sponsor of the Harbor Hawks all season long. Welcome back to McKeon Park, closing out this 4th of July weekend here in New England's vacation destination. Another amazing day outside, part of the great weekend weather. Yesterday was a little bit of a fluke with how wet the conditions were with the mist. There was no rain overhead on Doppler radar, but it was just the sheer humidity that we're feeling today, Nico, that elicited to so much just mist in the air.
Yeah, a lot of mist, super windy conditions.
Long ball into foul territory as Ballou sends one out of the reach of Kepley.
Yeah, that weather was just less than ideal last night at Eldridge Park. But we talked about last night, those fans, I mean, we're talking about the fans here on the Cape Cod Baseball League. They don't leave for anything. That weather, less than ideal, but, I mean, all the crowd showing out, misty, windy, they didn't leave, and we're seeing it once again tonight. A little better weather today, but another huge crowd here at McKeon Park.
0-1's in the dirt at 84. Another crowd that's shaping up to be a good one here at McKeon Park on this Sunday. Children's night here at McKeon Park. Kids are going to have the opportunity to run the bases after today's game. 1-1, grounded. Over to Gazdar, who gets his second put out of the evening.
Good play there from John Gazdar. Reed's doing a great job keeping the ball low in the zone. We saw him make one pitch mistake, and it was taken dead center. So that's a great job getting right back in the zone. And since that home run, he's gotten 4 up and 4 down.
Now Kian Vu, the center fielder, takes on Reitz for the first time. Vu gets under one, sending it into foul territory. Silva's going to give it a look all the way by the Harbor Hawks dugout. He makes the grab.
It's a good play there from Silva. Great communication from the dugout. Let him know, hey, you're 3, 2, 1, and you're there. Let him know how close you are to the dugout fence. Great communication there, allowing Silva to make the play.
Now Reitz already has 2 outs pocketed after allowing that homer in the first, trying to get right back into the dugout, allow his offense to go to work. Jaron Advincula takes a strike.
And after throwing over 20 pitches in that first inning, here with 2 outs, 27 pitches, if he can stay under 30 going into the third, that'd play huge factor for him.
0-1 as Advincula sends one out by the Harbor and foul. 0-2.
Righty-lefty changeup right there we saw from Reitz. Gets ahead in the count 0-2. Let's see how he decides to attack Advincula here.
Advincula sends another one up by the parking lot and by the gates. Advincula out of Cal Berkeley at 326 in the spring with the Golden Bears. Right now batting .436 with the Cotuit Ketleers. Second baseman calls for a plate disengagement. .02 sent deep into right field. Kepley onto the warning track, takes a step in to make the grab. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Jason Reitz. We go to the home half of the second. Cotuit still leading 2-0 after the 2-run home run from Tanner Thatch.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
This is how Cotuit stacks up defensively. It's Ballou, Vu, and Taylor left to right in the outfield. Narakni, Cerny, Advincula, and Thatch round out the infield. Jay behind the plate, battery mate of Volchko. And this one, Volchko worked around some traffic behind him, and Cavill getting on with the fielder's choice. Then the single from Alex Lodis. He's now going to take on Detalo, Bargo, and Silva.
Did a great job to bear down. We've seen it time and time again. The Harbor Hawks entourage likes to get going here early. So it's a big 0 there from Volchko.
Pitch inside to Michael Detalo, the designated hitter from Dallas Baptist. On 1. As Detalo swings and misses. Fouled away. Detalo batting .291 with 4 doubles on his season so far, tied for second in the Cape Cod Baseball League. 1-2 fouled back.
And Detalo is also a guy who's found himself in the heart of the order for the Harbor Hawks, using the 3-4-5 spot, and the production from the beginning allows him to have the second most RBIs on the team with 11.
1-2, swing and a miss. Totalo went down reaching for on the 87-mile-an-hour pitch.
Nasty breaking ball there from Volchko, working that 97-mile-per-hour fastball and then breaks off that high spinner 12-6 curveball. Totalo comes up empty after a big swing, but that is a nasty breaking ball down in the zone.
Now it's Dalton Bargo, the catcher and utility man for the Harbor Hawks. Bargo looks at a pitch low. 1-0. Dalton Bargo played in left field yesterday, went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a pop out.
On 4, 2 on deck.
Volchko with the hard leg kick.
On you, Charlie.
He gets up there pretty high on that leg kick, Nico.
Yeah, he's got a pretty deceptive movement. You're going to see him here. He's going to be slow on a step back, kind of take his time, and then that high leg kick and then an aggressive pull-down pitch. So we take a look. He goes slow here, and then aggressive pull-down on his delivery.
That allows him to get there to 98 miles an hour with that aggressive pull down. He's able to get all that power from his legs and the delivery. 2-1 is away, 3-1.
And it makes the hitter wait. You know, when he has that slow pause, when he puts his hand down to his hips, kind of messes up the hitter's timing there. So you got to wait for your load for when that high leg kick comes into play.
Bargo tips one into the glove of Jay to load it full.
It's a very nice backdoor slider there, 3-1. You got to gear up for that high 90s fastball there in the hitter's count. He flips over that 90-mile-per-hour slider.
3-2's in the dirt, and Dalton Bargo gets a walk. The second of the day for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks lineup.
It's another great job to start off the inning. Totalo hitting second in this lineup this inning, working the deep count, finding ways on. The Harbor Hawks have been so good at doing that thus far this season.
Now Anthony Silva, third baseman and utility infielder. Picks up the lumber. Check back. Has Bargo going in safely. Silva yesterday had the day off. He takes a strike there, and it's that rotation that's run around with this infield so far on the season with so many great options. Mitch Carricker giving individuals days off because he can afford to with how much depth he has.
And they get a lot of days off, but also show off their utility. Anthony Silva, primarily a shortstop, played shortstop all year for the Horned Frogs this past spring. And already we've seen him a couple times at second base, and then he gets the start for the second time at third base today.
Yeah, his first time was back at Wareham. And the second meeting at Spillane Field, and really did a good job of handling the hot corner. This was the first time in a while for him. Couldn't recall the last time he had played third. We talked to him. The ball gets away from Jay, and Bargo now moves to second.
It's a good dirt ball read, 90-mile-per-hour slider, just burying it, kicking around behind home plate. And here with one out, Bargo now in scoring position. Josh Tate in the on-deck circle. This has been the guy who's found ways on. 3 infield hits in the past 2 games.
In his first 2 games of the summer on top of it. 1-2 is a swing and a miss. Silva goes down via the strikeout and brings up the before-mentioned Josh Tate. Had his first game here against Wareham on Friday. Came in after Nick Groves took a hard collision to the fence. Since then, it's been in the lineup and has done a good job of providing a spark.
Yeah, came in unconventionally there in the second inning, but Nick Rose, collision with the fence, but it made a spectacular play.
Yeah.
What a play over the shoulder. And he walked off on his own power, seemed to be okay, but that seemed to be out of precautionary, brought in Tate, and Tate came in and did the job and did a great job to find himself back in the Harbor Hawks lineup.
Tate grounds one to Naraki, who has it go off his glove and trickles over to Cerny. And Bargo, with 2 outs, was in motion and gets over to third to put runners at the corners for Kane Kepley.
And Tate finds his way on once again, and none of the balls he's put in play has reached the outfield grass, but once again, finding ways to get on, putting pressure on the defense with his speed over there.
Hey, don't shame the man. Hey, keep doing what you're doing, man. It's working for him.
Absolutely no shame in that. You're finding ways on against the highest level of guys, showing off the speed a little bit, and that's the pressure he puts on. And then once he gets on base, we've seen a lot of stolen base attempts from Tate already, with now this being his 3rd game.
It'll be a fielding error called against Narakni as Tate goes. Defensive indifference. He doesn't even attempt to throw down, and now 2 in scoring position. Kane Kepley behind 0-2. The delivery is inside. 1-2.
97 miles per hour spiked into the ground. Great job there from the catcher, Jay, to be able to pick that out of the ground. 97 miles per hour and having to react that quickly and able to get a pick and save a run in from scoring. It's going to play a huge factor here in these close games.
Big leg kick. Skips in front of Jay. Does a good job to keep it in front of him. Been tested with Volchko on the bump. Trying to keep as much in front of him, with 2 looming in scoring.
Kepley does a great job with 2 strikes, 89% contact rate this past spring, 91% contact rate in pitches in the zone.
2-2. Nubber down the first base line. Kane Kepley speed's able to beat it out, and the throw from Volchko gets away from Thatch, and Harbor Hawks are able to pick up their first run.
That's a big run there. Cut the lead in half. 2-1 score here in McKeon Park. And that speed of Kane Kepley works as a bunt down the first base line. And Volchko, understanding how little time he had with the speedy Kane Kepley working down the first base line, spiked the throw there and probably would have been safe there either way.
John Gazdar unleashes one to center field. Vu is there, though. It's Hyannis scraping one back across. It's 2-1 as we go to the 3rd here at McKeon Park.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Join the Hyannis Harbor Hawks players and coaches for movie night at McKeon Park on July 15th at 8 p.m. Bring blankets and chairs and take a seat in the McKeon Park outfield to watch a movie under the lights. Meet your favorite Harbor Hawks as you enjoy food and a good time. That's July 15th at 8 p.m. for movie night at McKeon Park. Should be a lot of fun. Some of the kids that are in attendance here for Children's Night might be making their way back here to McKeon Park to watch The Sandlot on July 15th.
Jacob Irons will be in attendance for his first time seeing The Sandlot. If you didn't catch our last home game, Jacob Irons confessed. Baseball guy, never seen The Sandlot.
Never seen The Sandlot, so why not do it at McKeon Park and make it a memorable first experience watching one of the quintessential baseball movies. It's Jason Reitz back out for his third inning of work.
Has done a great job to settle back into this ball game after allowing the first two guys on, the second batter being a home run. 6 straight outs for Reitz.
Nubber into left field, dropping in front of right, and Nolan Naraki is aboard for the leadoff man of the Cotuit Ketleers here in the third.
Yeah, just a ball off the end of the bat, falls in front of the left fielder, White.
Now it flips the lineup back over for Grant J., the leadoff man.
On center, I'm ready for 7 after this.
Worked the walk back in his first plate appearance. On plate umpire, John Budka will say Jay went through. Joe Cruz at first base and Joseph Giassis rounds out today's United umpiring crew. The 0-1 is a 91-mile-an-hour fastball up in the zone that Jay can't hold off of.
Climbing the ladder right there. Great pitch from Reitz, but already getting messages and maybe some YouTube comments as well. Jacob Irons, how have you never seen The Sandlot?
Just never gotten around to it. It's sad. I know, it's sad. It really is sad, but we're going to change all that on July 15th. It's a swing and a miss for Grant J., and Jason Reitz, after allowing the leadoff single, responds back with a strikeout.
Great sequence of pitching. We saw him climb the ladder, go up in the eyes with the fastball, 93 miles per hour. Then he pulls that hard-breaking slider, puts it in the dirt, low and away to the right-handed batter, and gets a swinging miss.
Tanner Thatch, who hit his 6th home run of the season, sent one deep to center field. Reitz gets his second time to go take a look at him. There he is, Ozzie out and about, selling some 50-50 raffle tickets. Another check back over to first. Got a feel for Ozzie today, all those feathers. It's a hot one and humid one. Can only imagine those feathers adding a little bit of extra weight today. 0-1, liner. Foul just down the right field line. Joe Cruz, the first base umpire, had to defer over to Joseph Giassis, the third base umpire, as it went directly over his head and dropped in right behind him.
Yeah, had to take some safety precautions there for himself. Ball going right over his head and just fading foul.
O2 is sent fouling up by the parking lot here at St. John Paul II High School. The 0-2 is outside, 1-2.
0-2 changeup to the left-hander Thatch. It's a great pitch right there. Goes back to the changeup when facing a lefty late in the count.
Thatch out of UNC Wilmington was with the Cotuit Ketleers season ago and is back with them again for this summer under the leadership of Mike Roberts, longtime coach for Cotuit. Thatch doing a good job of fouling off pitches.
Reed's throwing over to Nolan Naraki over there at first base. Naraki's 1 for 2 on stolen bases this summer.
One-two breaking ball into the zone. Thatch is rung up looking. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jason Reitz.
Reitz flips in that slider right there up ahead in the count. You see it here. He's worked a lot of fastballs, then breaks this slider in on the hands and freezes the left-handed hitter Tanner Thatch.
It is a great pitch from Jason Reitz, who started his summer with the YD Red Sox, got cut, and Hyannis made the pickup after he was released. Now sports the pinstripes for Hyannis. Brooks Bryans looked at a ball outside for the first one, and the ball outside again to the designated hitter, who grounded out over to Cavill. Back in the first. Jason Reitz will now pitch his 46 of the evening. That catches the bottom of the zone. 2-1, and been doing a good job. 46 pitches, 32 of them strikes.
Yeah, it's great efficiency. That's what you want to see from your starting pitcher. A pitcher going right at the other opposing lineup.
Runner goes in the dirt. Dalton Bargo throws down late, and Naraki is able to grab a bag and get over to second.
And that's his second stolen base of the summer. Got a great jump and came at a perfect time. Bargo mishandling behind home plate and allowing himself for the easy stolen bag at second base.
The 3-1 grounded down into foul territory. Reitz able to get himself back into the count. Loads it full.
For a defensive, everyone's playing pretty straight up. You look at second baseman John Gazdar playing a little deeper, pull side over there at second base. Got his toes in the grass, playing on the back skirt of the infield.
Payoff pitch is away, and Brooks Bryant gets a walk to put two aboard with Devin Taylor. Devin Taylor 0 for 1 so far in the evening. Grounded out over to Gazdar back in the first. Hard grounder to Cavill. He will take himself. And Reitz works out of the jam after allowing Naraki aboard. With a single, we go to the bottom of the third. We'll hear from Matt Coates when we return.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Thanks, guys. As Jacob Irons and myself know all too well, we were supposed to play the Cotuit Ketleers at home just a few days ago. Unfortunately, about 45 minutes before first pitch, a monsoon just opened up above us, flooding the infield effectively. That game got rained out and is pushed back to now, July 11th. Because of that, we're going to see the Cotuit Ketleers twice in 5 days. Guys, the Barnstable matchup is always a very exciting game, but this time it's going to be very important because of the standings as well. Right now, we sit behind Cotuit half a game for second place in the Western Division. Tonight's matchup and July 11th's matchup will be very big towards the end of the month once playoff seeding starts to shake out. Back to you guys.
Yeah, thanks so much, Matt Coates. And you see there, it is a tight top of that leadoff spot for the Western Division.
Yeah, only 2 games separating from first to third in that Western Division, and got a big game here, the 2 and 3 for the West. But over there on the East, it is the YD Red Sox taking firm control over there so far in the East. We've got Chatham and Harwich, who have been playing well as of lately, on the come up over there on the East side.
First pitch to Cavill is called for strike, the Australian from Western Kentucky. 0-1, upstairs and away. An individual that has so much personality, always has a smile on his face, and loves playing in the Cape Cod Baseball League. Calls it one of his great joys to be afforded the opportunity to be in the best amateur collegiate league. This pitch is low, 2-1.
Yeah, it's a guy who's always has a smile on his face. Whether he's on the field, off the field, you got to talking to him a few times off the field. Always got a nice smile, good personality about him. And he's a guy who's been solid for the Harbor Hawks so far this season. Showed it off the power in his first at-bat as a Harbor Hawk, and been very nicely defensively as well.
Openly admits, thought his summer on the Cape was over when he got released from Falmouth, as he was a temp player for them. But with Zach York leaving the squad early, opened up a first baseman position for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks, and since then has taken full advantage of it, like he takes full advantage of this plate appearance, working himself a walk to get the leadoff man aboard here in the home half of the third.
And that's the third walk for the Harbor Hawks here with 2 innings official so far in this matchup. And a lot of guys finding ways on no matter where they are in the lineup. It's not just the first 2 leadoff guys for the Harbor Hawks. It's going to be guys all throughout the order working good at-bats.
Someone that's working great at-bats since coming to the team. Alex Lodis had a single in his first AB of the evening.
7 on deck, on 7.
0-1, misses. 1-1.
Breaking ball down the zone, has great pitch recognition, and he's carrying off for what he did this past spring for the Seminoles. Found himself a lot of success this year.
Lodis gets under one. Advincula ranges out. Taylor calls off Advincula to make the grab in shallow right center field.
And it's good communication between Advincula and Taylor over there. Advincula getting called off, didn't want to get in the way, so decided to hit the tuck and roll over there at second base, staying out of the way. And that's an athletic showing from Advincula, maybe just showing off his athletic ability, not just moving out of the way, decided to drop and tuck and roll, got out the way, came out successful.
Got to show off all facets of your game here on the Cape Cod Baseball League with scouts watching. Ability to duck out of the way. Big skill set, part of that toolbox.
Absolutely, and it's a safety measure as well. If there's a fire in the house, that's exactly what you do. We'll replay that one for you guys in case of an emergency.
0-1 is called for strike on Mason White as he's behind 0-2. I think there's a little more like down to the ground on the tuck and roll for Fire than what I think his was more of a somersault.
Very impressive either way. I think he would remain safe however you do. And we'll have Jacob Irons re-show what Advincula did on second base. We'll have that video up for you shortly.
Oh, goody. We're just volunteering all my free time away.
I mean, you'd be the guy to show that video demonstration. I can't think of anybody else better.
Yeah, no, hey. It would be me. Would be me. Mason White fighting off pitches here to continue his AB as he looks at a strike call on the outer part of the plate. It's the 4th strikeout of the day from Joey Volko.
It's another great pitch from him. 97 on the corner right there. He's been done a great job working in and out, and that one just catching that outer corner. And when he's flipped on that slider or curveball in late counts, decides to go 97 right on the outer corner.
Now Michael Detallo, who is one of Volchko's strikeout victims in the second, stands back in, looks at a ball for the first pitch of this AB.
Volchko now having 60 pitches. The Cotuit Ketleers bullpen will get up and going, start working bands, tossing around.
The pitch low from the DBU Patriot.
Tala working a hitter's count here at 2-0. And that's the kind of swing you're going to want to see from Tatala here with a hitter's count. 2-0. Thought he had fastball right there. Sold out on it, but it's Volchko flipping that breaking ball. So Tatala's going to swing over the top of it.
2-1 is a swing and a miss. Statalo evens the count at 2 apiece. Trying to fend off his second strikeout of the evening. Two, swing and a miss. Volchko gets a big strikeout to strand the leadoff walk from Blake Cavill. We're going to 4. 2-1, Cotuit leading.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
Welcome back to McKeon Park. Clouds starting to roll in here in downtown Hyannis. Overcast pretty much all of today. Hot and soupy once again after yesterday's soupy conditions. But Jason Reitz back out for his 4th inning of work. Really has settled into his own here, Nico. Trying to give the Harbor Hawks some distance out of their starter.
Yeah, 3 innings, 50 pitches, 2 strikeouts thus far, and really it was after the first 2 men get on in that second home run. Jason Reitz has been dealing, going right after these hitters, not falling behind in counts, which we see when pitchers fall behind in counts. That's a huge advantage to the hitter because these Cape Cod Baseball League hitters find a lot of success when up ahead in the count.
Reitz once again is ahead 0-1. Sarney looks at a ball there.
Cloudy, overcast out here at McKeon Park. No rain in the forecast, though. Just going to be dark clouds out there.
Slow roller over to low D. Sidearm jumping throw by the shortstop. What a play by the Seminole.
And I've said it time and time again, whether it's we're watching in and out, we're watching these guys play. I can watch our infield, but specifically here, Alex Lodi's take ground balls every single day. I mean, he's smooth as butter over there at shortstop. Makes the throw on the run. Transition looks effortless. It's a guy who's fun to watch to play defensively.
He's fun anywhere he plays, whether it's in the box with the bat or if it's in the field. Really has found himself here on Cape Cod after he had a strong showing with the Florida State Seminoles in his first year with Link Jarrett. The Tallahassee program started out at North Florida, then decided to take his talents to Florida State, where he's excelled in the ACC. Blue gets one deep into right field. Ranging back is Kepley, and at the warning track, positions himself under it.
Kepley ranging towards the wall there. Almost flipped his hips and started running towards the warning track. Gave Harbor Hawks fans a held a breath there a little bit, but able to get under it. Just coming up short from a home run was Blue.
Kian Vu. Jason Reeds trying to work out again in a 1-2-3 and have a quick inning. Oh, tapper that gets to Lodis, and it's a one-pitch AB for Jason Reeds in a 1-2-3 inning. He's been able to settle down quite nicely for the Harbor Hawks. It's 2-1 as we head into the bottom of the fourth right here on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Welcome you back to McKeon Park. It's really a close game, both in the standings, on the field, and statistically. You'd look at batting average, only a couple points separating them there, and then in ERA, the same thing, and in record as well, Nico.
Yeah, these are two teams who are getting it done, and we've seen it so far through a third of this ball game. 2-1 score here, same amount of hits. I mean, these two teams resemble each other a lot. They're both aggressive on the base paths. These are two teams who can swing it really well and can back it up, and we're seeing great pitching. Reeds having a four-pitch inning that last half inning, and then we have Volchko going right after these Harbor Hawks, and with that high velo fastball and those breaking balls, having a lot of success.
Volchko steps back out onto the rubber. Dalton Bargo, Anthony Silva, Josh Tate, 7, 8, and 9 in the Harbor Hawks lineup. We'll get things going here in the home half of the fourth. Dalton Bargo had a walk and is the lone run for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks so far today. Came around to score after Kepley was able to get an infield single.
Yeah, led off the bottom of the second for the Hawks. Got that dirt ball. Reed advancing to third on the ground ball hit by Josh Tate, and then working around the bases. We talked about it. Harbor Hawks are going to have a run production mentality. It's not always going to be the long ball. It's going to be guys finding their way on and putting pressure on the defense.
Be a tapper back into the glove of Jay that he can't hold on to. Finally got word. It is Hunter Watkins from GCU into the bullpen. Has a change of number today, wearing 44 for them. Proved a little bit of a confusion here on Children's Night. These kids are flocking to get their ball signed as it's pitched low to load the count full on Dalton Bargo.
And these kids will have a great chance when they go run the bases later today. Going to get a lot of signatures, and you see it here already, and the Harbor Hawks doing a great job. You know, these players love to be around and hang out with the kids.
It's a liner out of the reach of Advincula, and Dalton Bargo is aboard with the hit.
That's a great swing there from Bargo to get the leadoff man on once again. But back to the point earlier, when there's so many kids around, we saw Reed Mooring, the pitcher for the Harbor Hawks, out and about, signing autographs. There's a lot of kids surrounding him, and these Harbor Hawks, when kids show up and they're all over the place, the players love those interactions.
Pitch inside to Anthony Silva, once again sporting Wallace's Clark's helmet. Duke Blue Devil. Silva swung and missed for a strikeout in the second. Pickoff 10th there that Bargo is able to get in safely. Silva looks at a pitch for a ball, 2-0. Anthony Silva. And at that third base position today. Right now Silva batting 100 on the Cape season. You know it's there. He's putting in extra work. It's just a matter of time before it all connects for the TCU Horned Frog. The 2-1 as he connects there. And it's a liner that drops in front of Vu. The extra work in the cage pays off, and his dugout loves it. Understanding how deserving Anthony Silva is.
And Anthony Silva making a joke. He wants the baseball right there, and he's been swinging it well. He's had great swings, has a great approach. Just so far this summer, the balls haven't fallen for him. He's had a lot of high exit velo, barreled stuff, but just so far hasn't been able to get on and gets one there.
Mike Roberts will make a call to the bullpen. It'll be a new pitcher for the Ketleers when we return.
Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
Hunter Watkins in the jersey swap today, normally wears 49. Will be wearing 44 today. Got word from our friends from the Cotuit broadcast that Watkins is wearing 44 today because had a bird do the business on him pregame today in the bullpen. Tough one there. So going to 44 in the backup jersey that Cotuit Ketleers have, and it's the antelope from Grand Canyon.
It's a pretty good reason for a jersey swap. I understand it now. They were hanging his jersey when they were kind of showing it to the Hyannis Harbor Hawks dugouts, letting them know that he normally wears number 49. But it will be number 44, Hunter Watkins, nonetheless, the freshman out of Grand Canyon. Tall stature, 6'8", 220 guy. So far, having 5 innings pitched for the Ketleers thus far. This will be his 3rd outing. So far, 5 strikeouts to just 2 walks. Been a guy who's come out of the bullpen for them in higher leverage situations, and he's done a great job of eating the middle innings and shutting down offenses.
Corners will come in Araki and Thatch. As Watkins will check back on Bargo before he even throws a pitch.
And with Josh Tate having reached base 4 times off these infield swings, showing off a lot of speed, and
pitch that got away from Jay, and Silva as well as Bargo are able to jog over on their own pace to the advanced base.
Didn't even have to drop the bunt, didn't have to use the out. Infield coming in for the Ketleers. Over at third base is Bargo. Silva making his way over to second base.
Josh Tate fouls one up and into the soccer field right here at St. John Paul II High School.
2 tall pitchers on the mound for both teams. 6'8" and 6'10" is Reitz over there for the Harbor Hawks.
1-1 misses outside, 2-1. There's some length on the mound today. Allows that little extra distance when they come out of the stretch. Infield will now play in with Cerny and Advincula creeping up. Tate gets under one, into the Bermuda Triangle onto the right side of the infield. Advincula calls off Thatch to make the grab for the first down.
It's a great job and a beautiful pitch there from Hunter Watkins. Comes in a big moment, and there's not many acceptable outcomes that can happen there. You can only get an infield flyout, strikeout, or a ground ball right to one of your guys. And he's able to get the infield flyout here. It's still 1 out. Top of the lineup flips over now to Kane Kepley. So the danger's still there, but able to get the first out of the inning.
Kepley looks at a pitch upstairs. Kepley 1 for 1 with a walk. The infield signal that didn't even get out of the infield grass. Back on the second. Foul tipped. Away from Kepley. And into Jay's chest protector, moving the count to 1-1.
8 RBIs thus far for Kane Kepley. 2 ducks on the pond. Anthony Silva getting a sizable lead over there at second base. Can't even see him on your screen.
1-1. Chopper over to Cerny. Has a rainbow throw to Thatch. Perfect reason why you bring in the infield, Nico.
Yeah, and again, talked about the only possible outcomes you can have there. The infield right to one of your guys in the infield, and you have the infield pop up, and that's a great job. Coming in a tough spot, runners on first and second, and then the first pitch you throw gets behind your catcher, Jay. So now those runners in scoring position, it's a great job to bear down and possibly hold the Harbor Hawks here to a 0. Once again, you have John Gazdar, so the danger is still right at the feet of Hunter Watkins.
Infield will play at normal depth for John Gazdar to send one into foul territory. Thatch motions under it and makes the grab. Watkins comes in and gets out of the jam. Bargo and Silva were lurking in scoring position, but can't move 90 feet. Score stays 2-1. You're watching Hyannis Harbor Hawks baseball on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
You need to be seen for a minor illness or injury. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
Centerville Pie eating contest happening during the half-inning break. The new addition to the Harbor Hawks, Kieran Quahi, taking in on the action. Got beat handedly by a kid that put down some Centerville Pie.
Yeah, he absolutely did, and left some for later all over the face, and we've seen it every single time. And these guys, they're not just participating in the pie eating contest. These players get down into it, and they really get involved and put up good competition, but so far, these kids have taken over the game of the pie eating contest.
They might need to go to make a phone call to Joey Chestnut and figure out some competitive eating strategies, because kids are schooling them so far this season here at McKeon Park.
Yeah, it's one of the few fun games you see here at McKeon Park. Again, it is here at Children's Night, but this is something you see every night at McKeon Park, is all these fun festivities.
Part of the fan experience that the Harbor Hawks bring to you here on this Sunday evening and all evenings throughout the summer. Jason Reitz back out for now his 5th inning of work, taking on Jaron Advincula as he lines one out of the reach of Reitz. And he's aboard.
Hard line drive back up the middle. Reitz not able to extend and grab that one. Leadoff man is on. You can see it right here. Lefty swings it right up the middle, 99 miles per hour off the bat. But that last inning, that last half inning for the Harbor Hawks is going to be an inning we circle, because it's such a close game, 2-1 ball game. They're down. You get runners in scoring position with 2nd and 3rd, no outs. You're going to have to try to scratch at least one to tie up the ball game.
Bunt down the third base line. Silva comes crashing in and throws in time to Cavill. But Naraki does the job to move Advincula over to 2nd.
That's a great play from Silva. Very smooth hands, able to get the play done, and he already has a low arm slot in his throwing motion, so pretty natural for him to make the play to first base. Nolan Naraki dropping a perfect textbook bunt down the third base line, but it's the athleticism of Silva able to throw him out at first base.
Lineup turns over for the Ketleers. It's Grant Jay. Jay looks at a ball in the dirt. Jay has a walk and a strikeout so far this evening. (1-0). Jay connects on and sends it into the trees down by the electrical shed in the Cotuit Ketleers bullpen.
And these starting pitching for the Harbor Hawks done a great job the past 2 days, extending both now in the 5th inning. We saw in Luke Nichols his ability to get to the 5th inning. Gave up a couple runs, came up short in that one. See if Reitz can get through 5 here for the Hyannis.
1-1 is swung around down in 1-2. Arm getting warm. And Sean Fitzpatrick down the line. Talked about it last night. 2 out, pitching change. Mitch Carricker has liked to call upon. As Jay goes around swinging and missing for the strikeout. 2 outs. Mitch Carricker's now going to have a conversation. Like we learned yesterday, doesn't necessarily always mean he's going to go to the bullpen. Got faked out for the first time yesterday. Mitch Carricker kept the pitcher in after the 2-out conversation.
Hasn't made the motion officially yet, but there is a left-handed batter in Tanner Thatch on deck, and he will make the call to the left-hander Fitzpatrick.
Mitch Carricker resorts to his old habits and calls in Sean Fitzpatrick. It's a 2-1 ball game. We'll tell you about the Sun Devil when we come back.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
Hello there, Cape Cod. We're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
Sean Fitzpatrick makes the jog in from the bullpen to come in release of Jason Reitz.
Number 28, the southpaw, Sean Fitzpatrick from Spring, Texas, sophomore. Went to Arizona State this past spring. Fastball, changeup, slider guy. Also has a cutter in the mix. This will be his sixth outing for the Harbor Hawks this summer. It's a guy they trust. He's been a short innings guy so far. 5 appearance. This will be his 6th appearance. 4 2/3 innings pitched thus far. Only allowing 1 run to cross, 1 strikeout, 3 walks, but he holds an ERA of a 1.93. And he's the guy who now leads the Harbor Hawks in appearances. So this is the guy they trust to come out of the bullpen and face these lefties.
Just needs to find 1 out here, but it's going to be maybe the toughest out he could be given. It's going to be Tanner Thatch, the individual who had the long ball early to get Cotuit onto the board. It was a 2-run shot, bringing in Grant Jay, who worked a walk back in the first. How do you go attacking Thatch here?
Yeah, you got to be careful. This is a guy who pretty high batting average, one of the better hitters, 250 for the Cotuit Ketleers, but drives in a lot of runs, leads the team in RBIs with 16. Here we have some runners on, some traffic on the base paths, 1 in scoring position. So got to be careful here. Can't leave 1 hanging because it's a guy who will make you pay, and we've already seen that in this ball game.
Now the lefty to take on the lefty in Thatch. Big spot here for Sean Fitzpatrick. First pitch from Fitzpatrick is a slider that moves in at 75 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's slider starting at the hands of Tanner Thatch, and he even got the bat out of the way, and that one just flipped in the inner corner. It's a great 0-0 first pitch from Fitzpatrick.
Goes back to that slider. Drops it down even 2 more miles an hour. Goes to 73, but he's ahead 0-2.
And flip that one more middle that time. Started that one on the inner third. That one came back over the middle. Back-to-back sliders here. Let's see how he wants to attack the left-handed batter in the box and Thatch.
Off, Charlie.
Breaking ball that clips Thatch, and he'll be awarded first base via the hit by pitch. And now it's Brooks Bryan. Got to be a little upsetting there for Fitzpatrick. Worked himself ahead, just had one sneak too far out.
Yeah, that one just got away from his hand right there, missing arm side. He tried to go back to the slider, try to triple back to it. It's a slider that's had a lot of success for him right there, but it's one he's going to want back. 0-2, hit by the pitch.
– 78-mile-an-hour pitch that Fitzpatrick deals, that just misses.
He comes in facing these left-handed part of the order. You got Brooks Bryan, lefty, and a Devin Taylor on deck is another lefty. 4 straight sliders for him against these lefties.
1-0, fouled right back into the netting, 1-1.
First fastball he's shown this game, 87 miles per hour. He's going to be a high 80s, low 90s fastball guy. His fastball is going to have a lot of arm side run, has some sink to it. He has that 3/4 motion, not straight over the top in his arm motion.
1-1 is sent foul. Anthony Silva came off his line. Fitzpatrick again ahead 1-2, trying to work out of the jam with 2 on. Fincula stands at second, Thatch at first. One, 2 is a breaking ball in the dirt. Bargo is able to keep in front of him.
First slider, he's trying to use it there as a chase pitch. He's thrown every slider for a strike so far, but he ahead in the count. 1-2. Tries to flip it over and tries to get the left-handed batter Brooks Bryan to chase.
The 2-2 is fouled away by Bryan. 88-mile-an-hour pitch came running inside on him.
And that fastball has just so much run. He puts that two-seamer right in on the hands of the lefty. And it ran right into the hands on the swing. And right after he made contact, it came into contact with the body of the hitter, Bryan.
Sixth pitch of the AB is a swing and a miss. Sean Fitzpatrick comes in and gets the third out to strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 5th, and Matt Coates will bring us back when we return.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Thanks, guys. George Athanasiadis, our bullpen catcher for the better part of 3 seasons, left the team after Fenway Day on July 1st. The reason? To play for the Greek national team at 2024 Prague Baseball Week, an annual tournament held in the Czech Republic. Yesterday was a big 5-2 victory for the Greek squad. Today, a massive 13-2 victory over Hungary. Guys, in that game, George was 3 for 4 with a double, an RBI, and a home run. All of which while playing right field, not even his natural position. Guys, George caught up with our very own Josh Schreiber just a few weeks ago about this opportunity. He said he was honored to have the chance to represent his parents' homeland over in Greece. Guys, George is a fan favorite among everyone in the Harbor Hawks organization, and we wish him and the Greek national team the best of luck in the rest of this tournament. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Matt Coates. One of those great stories you hear. Hyannis down a bullpen catcher right now, but it's for a good reason, taking the Harbor Hawks brand to the national stage.
And you love to hear that kind of stat line from George Athanasiadis. Great guy on the field. He swung it well in that ball game, but even a better guy off the field. That's a guy who's very personable. You go up and talk to, and he's known as Georgie around here at McKeon Park. It's a fan favorite, player favorite. It's a guy you love to have in the clubhouse.
I was able to participate in Fenway Day before he left. Calls it one of those cool experiences as a native Massachusetts. First pitch from Watkins into Cavill is low, 1-0, and his family was able to get to be at Fenway Day, took a picture on the field, and one of those memories they'll have for the rest of their lives. And sounds like he's building another one with the Greek national team. Chopper over to Advincula, underhands it to Thatch to beat out Cavill.
It's another great pitch from Hunter Watkins, and can't highlight how great of a last inning he had to be able to shut the door. Once again, 2 runs in scoring position, run on second and third. Bargo on third base, Silva at second. Good speed over there at second base. Base hit would score 2. And for him to be able to bear down and get 3 outs in the only way he could, because a fly ball to outfield scores a run. Ground ball in the wrong spot with the infield in, scores a run, maybe 2. And a base hit, obviously scoring 2. So a way to have 3 back-to-back outs. It's a great job from Hunter Watkins.
I was able to bear down and get what he needed as Lodis takes a pitch inside for ball, 1-1.
On 4. 2 on deck.
Kick from Watkins is a breaking ball at 75 miles an hour on Lodis. He's 1 for 2. Had that pop up to Taylor. Back in the third as he swings through there, moving the count to 2-2.
Cotuit Ketleers bullpen up and active once again.
2-2, swing and a miss. Alex Lodis down via the strikeout, and the first strikeout for Hunter Watkins' outing.
Watkins going right after this Harbor Hawks lineup. Gets his first strikeout there, but he's attacking them with a lot of fastballs. And it's a lot of power on power. A guy who's got low 90 stuff, but he's going right after these Harbor Hawk hitters, and so far he's gotten the best of them.
Mason White takes a healthy hack at the first pitch he sees from Watkins.
Off on 4. 2 on deck.
1 inside, 1-1.
And even with the success that Watkins has had, that's going to be Christian Becerra over there in the bullpen for the Ketleers, right-handed pitcher.
1-1, nubbed foul.
You can see him there getting loose. No hot pitches so far, just tossing back and forth.
Former Hyannis Harbor Hawk Christian Becerra played 2 games for Hyannis a summer ago, the UCal Berkeley guy. Mason White lines one into center. Vu is able to get leather on it to make the grab. Through 5, it's 2-1 Cotuit and a pitcher's duel brewing in the Battle of Barnstable. Game 2 of the series with Cotuit leading 1-0.
Hello there, Cape Cod. We're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
The lights at McKeon Park stay bright all season long thanks to the NAC Cape Cod. The NAC offers 2 convenient locations in Hyannis and Orleans, both offering delicious burgers, tacos, sandwiches, and more. Visit thenacapecod.com to order online today. The NAC Cape Cod is proud to be the Line Up the Park sponsor of the Harbor Hawks all season long.
A little bit of a limbo competition happening over here once again at McKeon Park. Another fun game hosted by the Harbor Hawks. And see the winners of the limbo competition walking away now. Rider Mike Maynard falling short. his tall stature couldn't get down there to win the game. Took a little bit of a tumble, too. Very smooth, and once again, the kids outbeat the Harbor Hawks interns and players.
Do you think he needs Jen Hollis, a fabulous athletic trainer, to go over there and check in on him? He's looking pretty good to me. Might have a couple of scratches hitting the shells. The pitch that misses away for Sean Fitzpatrick for his first full inning of work with the intention here. Takes on Devin Taylor.
And it's been the bullpen getting it done so far this game. Hunter Watkins came and shut the door for the Cotuit Ketleers, and Fitzpatrick coming in with the guy on in scoring position, and he was able to shut the door and get his lone out.
Taylor fouls one away, moving the count to 1-2. And it's been the first 2 innings that had a little bit of offense on both sides, but ever since then, it's really been a pitcher's ballpark and a pitcher's game. Only 7 hits between the two teams. Pitch goes high and away. To keep that bat, Hyannis averaging around 8 hits a game, halfway there as we stand here in the 6th. Cotuit just averaging a hair under, around 7.5 per game. 1-2 is a nasty breaking ball from Sean Fitzpatrick for his second strikeout of the evening.
That's a great glove side slider from the pitcher, Fitzpatrick. You see it here. Looks like a fastball out the hand. Boom, and then just slides away from the outer corner to the left-handed hitter, Devin Taylor. That's another great strikeout pitch for Fitzpatrick.
Tyler Cerny take the pitch upstairs and away for a ball.
First right-hander he's faced thus far. Came in, faced the left-hander Tanner Thack. Came in, faced the left-hander Brooks Bryan, then faced the left-hander Devin Taylor, finally facing his first right-hander in the box.
Now working at Cerny, who has 2 putouts from Alex Lodis at shortstop. His prior ABs. 2-0. Was sent into soccer field, where the kids could have a chance to walk away with foul ball here at McKeon Park on this children's night.
Got to be quick, though. These kids are all over, and they come in bunches, especially here on children's night here at McKeon Park.
2-1, swing and a miss, moving the count to 2-2.
Pulling the string on that changeup. Big swing there from Tyler Cerny.
And they come equipped with their own equipment there. He's got a glove and everything. How are you beating that out?
Not only the glove, has the pen in the shirt, ready to sign autographs. We've seen a couple of kids go to the dugout, right outside the dugout, and wait for these players to walk outside. And when they have, these kids have been all over it. Has the pen stocked into the shirt.
That is a man after my own heart. Comes prepared. Sometimes you have the intention of getting autographs, but you don't come fully equipped. You need the pen. He's got it right there, and it's right within reach. It's coming off the shirt and can get clicked on. It's a high fly ball into center field. Ranging over is Tate to make the grab for the second out.
Tate's got a lot of speed over there in center field. It's a very speedy outfielder there. When you look at Mason White in left, Tate in center, and then you have Kepley in right. That's a lot of speed out there in the outfield. Going to be able to cover a lot of ground. And this outfield, pretty big, a lot of green out there in the outfield, but these Harbor Hawks cover up a lot of space.
Fitzpatrick ahead with 2 outs to his name to bring up Max Ballou. Ballou's able to dodge out of it for a pitch that was up by his face. One-0. This is outside 2-0. Max Ballou out of UT Austin. He's got another kid here in attendance. Is that glow in the dark necklace?
Is that Superman?
I think it is.
He's got the glasses.
Superman is here.
Love the look. You get to meet some of the Harbor Hawks players, and you get to meet Superman here.
He is ready to go.
Glow-in-the-dark necklace, the glasses, the Superman shirt. I mean, this kid really has it going. And you got first thing you have the kid with the pen in the shirt, ready for the autographs, ready with the glove. I mean,
this kid's now ready for the night to set in here at McKeon Park. He's going to be able to be illuminated and have the players be able to see him.
Yeah, they're going to be able to see him and save lives as Superman. This kid can really do it all, and Children's Night here at McKeon Park.
Why not? Big payoff pitch here to come to Ballou. Fitzpatrick was able to get the called strike. Trying to work a 1-2-3 inning, Fitzpatrick is. And it is. John Fitzpatrick picks up his third strikeout of his outing since coming in. Has retired 4 straight. We'll be right back with Matt Coates when we return.
Chance to catch up with John Gazdar's parents. They told us a really funny story about when they landed just a few short days ago, Logan Airport on Tuesday night. Guys, they touched down at night and they're like, wait a minute, we might have time to scurry over to Falmouth and catch John Gazdar's last at-bat. So guys, they hurry over, get a rental car, and start scurrying on over to Falmouth. For our friends who have not gone over to Go Fuller Field before, the parking situation not very close to the action. Got to park all the way behind the right field corner and scurry on over to see the play. But guys, once they get there, Mr. Gazdar realizes, I can't find the keys. I don't know how to turn this car off. So chivalry isn't dead. He drops off his wife. She starts running on into the field in the 9th inning. Guys, she sees one pitch. That pitch, a John Gazdar double in the top of the 9th inning. Incredible story, incredible family who came over and said hi to the booth yesterday. Raised an incredible son, guys. John Gazdar, probably playing one of his last games in the Hyannis Harbor Hawks uniform as he looks to hear his name called in the MLB draft shortly. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Matt Coates. Such a great story there, and that is one guy, John Gazdar. Great guy on the field, even better guy off the field, and got to talk to his parents a little bit. Great family. Unfortunately, they went back home to San Francisco, to Oakland in specific. But John Gazdar, guy, going to play his last home game here at McKeon Park, and his name is hoping to be called here soon.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting when you get to hear his name called for someone that is a double Hawker that came in here last summer, tore the cover off the baseball, had a great spring at Austin Peay, returns and does the same. Really hoping for him to hear his name called early in the draft as Datalo sends one into the gap in left center field and dropping in front of Vu. Datalo's aboard via the single.
It's another great job finding a way on these leadoff hitters for the Harbor Hawks, finding a way on base any way they can. We're back to John Gazdar. That's a guy who got to do a segment with him. That video will be coming out very soon. But kind of bittersweet. All of these guys coming and going, a little bit bittersweet. You're excited for these guys for the draft. You know they're going to do well at the next level, but going to kind of miss seeing these guys every day. You get to build a relationship with these guys, and it's going to be tough to see John Gazdar go, but, I mean, absolutely cannot wait to see what he does next.
Yeah, it's going to be big things on the diamond, and he puts so much time and effort into baseball, but he's even a better person away from the field. So if any scouts are listening, he's got a ringing endorsement from the Hyannis Harbor Hawks broadcast booth about as A+ as you can get.
Absolutely. I mean, everything about him. He's a guy who gets it down the field. You watch him play short, you watch him play second, you watch him play third. great defensive guy, but then he swings the bat well. Oh, he was one of the better Harbor Hawks hitters last summer. He came in, did just as hot, led D1 in hits this past spring, came in, stayed hot this summer, and I mean, you can't ask for much more on the field, and like once again, off the field, can't ask for much more.
Dalton Bargo fouls one back into the netting to extend his AB, but is down 0-2. Bargo 1 for 1 with a walk in there. Now has a runner on into Talo. Bargo lines one deep into right field. Taylor's able to go to his glove side to make the grab.
Dalton Bargo hit the screws off of that one, but it's going to be right to the right fielder, Devin Taylor. 96 miles per hour off the bat, pull side. That's one of those where you barrel it up, and it's just we got a guy for the Cotuit Ketleers.
Anthony Silva now stands in. Got a guy. I love it. Got a guy in Devin Taylor, the Hoosier, right there, standing right there.
Yeah, you hit a deep fly ball, and you think you got all of it, and it's an out, and then all you hear from the dugout is, oh, we got a guy. And it's kind of one of the more frustrating things to hear after you hit the cover off a baseball and you just come up short.
Anthony Silva's first pitch in his third AB is a ball.
Silva got the base hit up the middle in his last AB. And it's the guy where his swings continue to get better and better. It's only a matter of time before he really strings a couple hits together and gets back hot for the Harbor Hawks.
Otis Silva is back into the netting, 1-1.
And you can just see the confidence coming back into his swing. And the numbers aren't there for him just yet, but once this guy gets hot, his swing is looking more and more confident. It's the guy who gets in early, puts in that extra work in BP, and we're seeing the effects here.
1-1 is called for a strike on the outer part of the plate. 1-2, and no one's favorite word, but fog starting to roll in here to McKeon Park. 1-2, Silva holds on. They'll check on the appeal. Joe Cruz, the first base umpire, says he did not go around. Talked about how high the humidity is right now, and temperatures going to drop into the 60s overnight, creating a little bit of a difference between water temp, which is right beyond right field at the Harbor, and the air temp, bringing up that fog and putting moisture into the air as you start to see it pillow around the lights. 2-2. Number off the plate. Coming in is Advincula, and it's off his glove, and it trickles into center field. Datalo's speed and awareness gets him all the way to third. Joining him at second is Silva. Once you get one for Anthony Silva, another one comes quickly back.
And that's just one of those communication errors between the second baseman, Cerny, and Advincula. The chopper right over the head. Advincula trying to come in, make the play, but then looked at me Cerny, who wanted the ball, but both of them gave up, split ways at the end. That ball flows right through them. And Silva is able to find his way on once again.
Mike Roberts, manager for the Cotuit Ketleers, will make the motion to the bullpen to bring in a new arm, with Hyannis looming once again to try and even the score at 2. We'll tell you about the new hurler when we return.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
The former Harbor Hawk in Christian Becerra steps on to the mound for the Cotuit Ketleers.
Yeah, the senior from Cal Berkeley, 6'1", a name that's going to be familiar to these Harbor Hawks, a guy who came in, pitched twice, had 2 2/3 innings for the Harbor Hawks last summer, giving up 2 runs, 4 strikeouts, no walks. This guy who's not going to walk too many guys this past spring, had a pretty good ratio as well, 20 strikeouts, 9 walks, 20 2/3 innings pitched this past spring on 15 appearances, all coming out of the bullpen.
And last summer for Christian Becerra in his Harbor Hawks time, pitched in 2 games, had a 6.75 ERA through 2 2/3 innings, 5 hits, gave up 2 runs, struck out 4. Has good command of the zone. He's going to need to call on that here, facing some traffic behind him. Does have an out-pocketed. Once again, Hyannis has the runners in position. They're just looking for that big hit to try and get those runs in.
And again, we talked about it earlier. We're going to circle that 4th inning if the Harbor Hawks come up short by a couple runs, but have another opportunity here. Only 1 out. Run 2nd and 3rd, double play, ground ball double play, not really in effect here. But this is another big moment. 2 runners in scoring position. Josh Tate up. So you have 9-1-2, and these are some of the guys who have been swinging it very well for the Harbor Hawks thus far.
Josh Tate reached on the error in the 2nd since coming to the Harbor Hawks. Has been playing great baseball, batting .375 with an OPS of .750 through his first couple of at-bats. Now this is his 3rd game on the Georgia Southern Eagle, and sometimes takes a little bit of adjusting to get to the wood bat. It's taken no time for Josh Tate to get adjusted.
Yeah, he's finding ways on, and he's using his speed as well. This is a guy who's more towards a 5-tool guy. Got speed, shown the power this past spring, can drive the ball in the gap, and a guy who's got a good arm out there in center field and tracks the ball well. We've seen his first time out there in center field, tracked the ball well in center field, covered a lot of ground.
Infield will come in once again for Cotuit. Nothing a nothing pitch has Josh Tate swing and miss.
Second baseman Avancula and Thatch at second and first base. Not a lot of space in between them. Thatch playing way off the first base line. Avancula shaded more towards first base. A small gap in between them, which is going to allow the middle of the infield to have a huge gap. And if Josh Tate can send it down the first base line, it's a pretty big gap working down the line to first base.
0-2 delivery to Josh Tate as Becerra reaches back for the fastball at 92 to retire the Eagle.
And that's a great job from the bullpen once again for the Cotuit Ketleers. Come in high leverage situations and finding ways to keep it 0 so far. But we said it last time, still some danger in the area here. But that's a big out. You have 2 outs. The infield can move back, play deep, and make the throw across, cover a lot of ground. But speedy Kane Kepley at the plate.
Kane Kepley able to send one into center field, sending Vu back at the warning track, making the grab over his shoulder to have the Ketleers hold on to their 1-run lead. A stellar play from Vu in center keeps the Ketleers up on the warning track. He makes the grab. We'll be right back.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention. When you need to be seen for a minor illness.
Hey, Hawks fans, if you live on Cape Cod or know someone who does, tell them to host a Hawk. The Harbor Hawks are in need of host families as the 2024 season continues, and we need your help. Email us today at harborhawks@gmail.com to join our family. Sean Fitzpatrick back out again here in the 7th, trying to get Hyannis back into the dugout to try and go after Christian Becerra. We're knocking on the door again, Nico, but Cotuit with Vu's great catch into center slammed that door shut.
A great job from Christian Becerra to really settle in and go right after the hitters of the Harbor Hawks. But what a play from the outfielder, and Vu covered so much ground to dead center field, making the play over his shoulder as a left-hander, and very athletic play, but wow, he covered up a lot of ground.
Covered a lot of ground indeed. And now Vu, after making that great play, is in the batter's box. The 0-1 is sent foul down by the grassy berm here at McKeon Park.
And you did mention the fog a little bit earlier. Not an official ruling, but we talked last year. If you can see that pole, that tower in left center field.
The telephone pole?
The telephone pole. I drew a blank on the name, but the telephone pole in left center field. If you can still see that pretty clearly, then they will keep the game going. But once you lose vision over there in left center field of that telephone pole, that's when the game starts getting a little sketchy.
Just something we picked up from 40 games across the summer last year. It's a slow tapper that Fitzpatrick ranges out to make the grab for and makes a clean throw over to Cavill.
Nice play from the left-hander Fitzpatrick. Already falling off towards that direction, just having to reach the glove out and making the play for out number 1.
Now Jaron Advincula steps in to take on Fitzpatrick. Broken bat, grounder over to Gazdar. Throws to Cavill for the putout. 2 quick outs.
And that 2-seam's going to have a lot of run in on the hands to a lefty, and we saw it right there. Big swing from Advincula. Broken bat off the handle of the bat. John Gazdar using quick hands to be able to make the out with Advincula flying down the 90 feet base.
Nolan Naraki stepped into the batter's box. Naraki looks at a called strike. Spent his spring with the Clemson Tigers. Batted .273 for them. Last summer was in the NECBL with the Martha's Vineyard Sharks. Just across on the ferry. One from Fitzpatrick as Naraki goes around. As John Budka, the home plate umpire, motions.
Good change up there from Fitzpatrick, utilizing it there. Hasn't showed him much this game, but a good time to use it right there against the right-handed batter.
1-2. The pitch upstairs. Sean Fitzpatrick picks up his 4th strikeout of the day, and it's another 1-2-3 inning from the Sun Devil. It's stretch time here at McKeon Park. Cotuit leading 2-1. Hyannis trying to scratch that tying run across.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Hello there, Cape Cod. We're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
Welcome back to McKeon Park as we enter the bottom of the seventh. It's a great time to check in around the league. It's a final between Brewster and Orleans. Brewster finally gets over the hump and is able to take down the Firebirds 4-3. YD and Wareham, the battle of the first in the divisions, is final 7-3 as Gazdar lines one right into center field and in front of Vu for the hit. To lead off this seventh, it needs to be a big inning for Hyannis.
John Gazdar, hard line drive right back up the middle, 95 miles per hour. We talked about it earlier, John Gazdar, a guy who can do it all, does a great job on the field, find ways on, can work a walk, but saw a hard line drive up the middle for another leadoff on-base opportunity again for the Harbor Hawks.
Blake Cavill. Now the leadoff man aboard. Going to take on Becerra. Becerra will check back on Gazdar before he deals a pitch. Do you expect Mitch Carricker and John Gazdar to be aggressive here and try and get himself in scoring position?
Well, you have the heart of your order here. You have your 3, 4, and 5 guys. Wouldn't be too surprised to see him send it because that has been the thing for the Harbor Hawks is that aggressive base running. But you have some of your guys who can swing it a little bit. A lot of RBIs coming from these 3, 4, and 5 bats. So you can kind of play either direction here, but I would look to see if the hitters of the Harbor Hawks can manufacture some runs.
Cavill shows bunt, tried to push it down the line. He fouls it off. 0-1. There was that aggressive nature trying to go for the small ball there. Cavill does have 1 home run on his summer. It was in his first AB as a Harbor Hawk. 0-1. Into the dirt. 1-1.
It's a great job. Multi-purpose thing done there. Nolan Naraki was playing really deep in third base. You have a heavy swinger in Cavill, but now playing even with the base. Now it opens up the 6th hole. He can't cover as much ground over there at third base when he's playing in.
1-1 called for a strike on the outer part of the plate. And gives a little bit of a big gap in left field. If you're able to sneak it between Naraki and Cerny with Ballou playing a tad off, you see him to the left side of your screen, a little bit down into the corner. Allows for a big opening there in left center field as Cavill tips it into the glove for the first down.
It's a great pitch there from Becerra. And Becerra so far, this bullpen for the Cotuit Ketleers coming in big moments and getting a lot of zeros. And it's not for the fact that Harbor Hawks haven't been threatening or the bats are just quiet. They're just missing that one timely hit. Out hitting the Ketleers 6-3. As of right now, Cotuit even shoot themselves in the foot with 2 errors. but it's that pitching staff for the Cotuit Ketleers able to shut the door.
Lodice sends one back into the netting. Foul. For Hyannis trying to manufacture one. All three of today's runs came in the first 2 innings of the game, but then it's been 0 cents for both sides. 0-1. Pitch called for strike on Lodice. He's behind 0-2. Both teams have been knocking on the doorstep. They have just not been able to come across to touch home plate to count the run. Sarah deals 93-mile-an-hour fastball that gets away from him.
And we've seen pitchers start to utilize the pitch clock to their advantage. We saw him there. He came set at around 12 seconds and held it all the way down to 2 seconds, so forcing Lodice to just stand there in the box.
1-2. Lodice is out in front, fouls it away.
And when a pitcher can change his timing, some pitchers will come set, 20, throw a pitch immediately. The next pitch, he'll wait till that thing is down all the way to 1, maybe 2 seconds. Then throw it, change the hitter's timing there a little bit, never let him get comfortable in the box.
The 1-2 to Lodice. Outside 2-2. Once again, Becerra working down to the pitch count clock, that had it all the way down to 8 seconds. Kicks to his 13, and it's a liner out of the reach of Cerny. Lodice is able to move Gazdar over to second. And with one away, Harbor Hawks get one in scoring position.
It's another great swing from Lodice. It's a slider down in the zone, and he goes down and gets it. Great swing, staying up the middle with his hands, long hands through the zone, driving it up the middle. It's a great swing from Lodice. Now 2 men on for the Harbor Hawks with 1 out.
Now Mason White stands in. And a big spot here as White is looking at a strike there like he does most ABs. White stands in. A kick from Becerra. White lofts one into center field. Vu back all the way to the wall. Thought he couldn't see it. Gazdar is able to move on the sacrifice fly. Runners now on the corners.
And it could have been a very heads-up play there from Kien Vu. It could have been he could have lost in the fog, but right there, he was perfectly placed under it, so I'm sure he did see it. Trying to maybe deke out John Gazdar. Looked up, acts like he couldn't see it, comes down under it, maybe allowing, because usually when you guys can't see it, the runners get put in motion, so maybe trying to double off one of these Harbor Hawk hitters, so it could have been a very heads-up play from the center fielder, Vu.
Now Michael Detallo with the tying run 90 feet away. Christian Becerra and the Cotuit Ketleers 1 out away from ending the danger once more.
It's the 3rd time here where the Harbor Hawks have had their tying run at third base. But so far it's been these Cotuit Ketleer pitchers able to win the battles.
1-0. Detallo lines it right back into center field. Gazdar's going to score. Getting wheeled around second and going and sliding to third is Lodice. Ball gets away from Naraki. Lodice comes sliding in. The ball trips away. It's over by the Cotuit Ketleer dugout. And going and sliding to third is Michael Detallo. Ball flying everywhere, and the Harbor Hawks, just like that, take the lead.
And there was that timely hit that the Harbor Hawks were missing all game long. Base hit, hard line drive back up the middle. And then on the other side, it's the aggressive base running from the Harbor Hawks. Lodis putting pressure on the catcher here. We see that hard ground ball up the middle. Play at third base, gets away from the rocket third baseman. Then it's going to be Lodis putting the pressure on the defense. Ball gets away right there. 2 runs scored for the Harbor Hawks. Datalo now 90 feet away from extending this lead even more.
After a quiet middle innings for both sides, Hyannis breaks through with 2 outs and comes up in a big spot. Plates 2 to now take the lead.
Datalo now having 13 RBIs on the season. Now moves him up to second place for the Harbor Hawks.
Pitches outside to Dalton Bargo. Michael Lataling standing 90 feet away.
Off, Charlie.
2-0, Dalton Bargo looks down for a ball, now 3-0.
On, Charlie.
Christian Becerra trying to find a strike here against Volunteer Utility Man.
Off, Charlie.
And it's a walk for Dalton Bargo, putting runners on the corners for Anthony Silva.
And it's so easy whenever you see the guys in front of you getting a big-time hit. And it's a lot of energy built up in the stadium. It kind of brings you up there a little bit when you reach the plate in Bargo. But great job not extending the zone, not getting too swing happy, taking what he is given, working the walk right there to find himself on.
Anthony Silva looks at a strike, 0-1. Some motion in the Cotuit bullpen. They're starting to get warm with Lucas Perko. Silva sends one foul and into the trees.
You can see Lucas Perko there, the freshman from Cal Baptist, hometown of Murrieta, California. Got to stay home and play in California at Cal Baptist this past spring.
Off, Charlie.
Runner goes, ball in the dirt. Jay keeps it in front of him. But Bargos is already in motion and now in scoring position here in the bottom of the 7th.
Another big opportunity here. Base hit, scores 2. You have Bargo, who just had the stolen base attempt and reached. So good opportunity here with Bargo showing off a little bit of speed. Base hit could score 2 with Anthony Silva at the plate.
One-two to Silva is in the dirt. Jay's able to get his body in front of it.
Silva with 3 RBIs thus far this summer. TCU Horned Frog.
Off, Charlie.
Two-two to Silva. It's sent into center field. Vu gets himself under it for the final out. But it's the Harbor Hawks bringing 2 across. They take the lead as they now lead by 1 as we go to the 8th.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Join the Hyannis Harbor Hawks players and coaches for movie night at McKeon Park on July 15th at 8 p.m. Bring blankets and chairs and take a seat in the McKeon Park outfield to watch a movie under the lights. Meet your favorite Harbor Hawks as you enjoy food and a good time. That's July 15th at 8 p.m. for movie night at McKeon Park. It's the last game for Hyannis before they take on the off day tomorrow. Much needed off day for everybody. Cotuit same as well. But then they go on the road to Harwich, back here versus Falmouth, and kick off a 2-game homestand in that Falmouth one because they got Cotuit back on Thursday.
Yeah, a couple big games coming up, and you have 2 home games, but then you go back on the road twice. So look for them to try to stay hot here in these next weeks. But it'll be a new arm on the mound. Number 1, Casey Hintz, wears number 5 jersey. Normally you've seen him out in left field. You've seen him in the lineup for the Harbor Hawks. See him on the mound here today. And this will be his 5th appearance. 9 1/3 innings so far this season. He's a big strikeout guy. 14 strikeouts, only 2 walks. This is a guy, sinker, slider, changeup. And that sinker, 91 miles per hour. It's going to have so much downward tilt. It's got a lot of vertical movements in the 95th percentile amongst the entire nation in vertical movement on that sinker.
First pitch from Hintz is a swing and a miss from Gray, as he'll have to tackle 1, 2, and 3 in the Ketleers lineup. Casey Hintz last appearance came on July 3rd, went 3 2/3. Gave up 1 hit and struck out 6 in that outing. He was so dominant, gave Hyannis an opportunity try and get back there, but lost 4-2 after back-to-back home runs. 0-2, swing and a miss, and it's quick work. Casey Hintz makes of Grant J.
And it's that frisbee slider that he has with that sidearm delivery. You see it here. There's that slider whipping across the strike zone, starting on the inner part, moving to that outer third. That's a great pitch, and that's been his strikeout pitch so far for the Harbor Hawks this summer.
Brooks Bryan will stand in the on-deck circle here with Tanner Thatch now up, and for Brooks, he's trying to extend this one. It's a liner right down to Cavill. Thatch is retired, and now Bryan gets that opportunity, taking some big hacks. He's trying in the on-deck circle, really trying to time up Hintz.
Yeah, Hintz is a guy who, when it comes to timing, doesn't necessarily do anything crazy to throw him off. It's going to be that arm angle that he has coming across his body, sidearm throw. 17 inches lower than last year. His arm slot comes way down. So this guy who used to come over the top, now, thanks to his pitching coach, Kevin Vance, now has that sidearm delivery, which gives him a lot of whippage when it comes to that sinker slider.
Bryan 0 for 2 with a walk. Casey Hintz trying to come in. Really shut the door. High chopper over to Gazdar. Plays it off the hop deep into the second base hole. Throws over for Cavill to stab out of the air. Casey Hintz does his job. Gets a 1-2-3 inning. Hyannis back into the dugout, picking up the lumber, seeing if they can extend on their 1-run lead when we return.
Guys, clearly I was not exaggerating earlier when I said the Battle of Barnstable is always an exciting contest. Today, we've seen some production out of known commodities. RBI for Kane Kepley at the top of the lineup, and an RBI for Michael Ditalo at the bottom. But then we have some guys stepping up and doing better in new roles. Anthony Silva was due for a breakout, and today he has it. 2 for 4 in the lineup. And then guys on the bump, as they've been all season. This Hyannis pitching staff is doing very well to hold a Cotuit Ketleers offense to only 2 runs so far in this game. Guys, we're going to have another exciting matchup with these guys on Thursday the 11th. Hopefully, we can pull out the win in this one. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Matt Coates. Starts off a big week for these two teams. Like we talked about, Hyannis a half game behind the Cotuit Ketleers coming into this one. If they're able to grab today's matchup, able to move into second place in the division, and they're looking to do that here and finish it off and get a couple more runs to their name, Nico.
Yeah, and it's going to come across for a new pitcher for the Cotuit Ketleers. It's going to be the guy we saw in the bullpen a little bit ago. Number 36, Lucas Perko. Cal Baptist from Murrieta, California, 6'3", right-handed pitcher. This will be his second outing for the Cotuit Ketleers. 2 innings pitched. Gave up 2 hits, 1 run, 2 strikeouts, no walks. So a short sample size from Perko thus far. But there was no shorts looks from him this past spring. 72 2/3 innings pitched on 15 appearances this past spring. Earned a save, 76 strikeouts, only 22 walks. Is a guy who's not going to get up a lot of free bases in this lineup.
Pitch is low to Josh Tate. Tate goes out reaching for one and missing, 1-1.
You saw that first pitch, 12-6 curveball. That's got a lot of vertical movement to it. True 12-6er from Lucas Perko.
Perko deals another one into the dirt, 2-1. For Hyannis, he would feel a lot better. You could find yourself with a 2-run lead rather than 1. Now Rockney stabs one right out of the air, hits the spin move and throws to Satch for style points. What a play from the hot corner.
Yeah, it's a very nice play from the hot corner in Nolan Naraki. Hit the pirouette. Beautiful spin and throw over to first base and getting the speedy Josh Tate by a couple steps.
Now Kane Kepley, a leadoff man, takes on Perko. Kepley today has been a little quiet for his standards. 1 for 3 with a walk. Breaking ball at 74. 1-1.
And here in the 8th inning, the Harbor Hawks have gotten the leadoff guy on 5 out of the 8 times thus far. So that's a great job from Perko to go right after these Harbor Hawks hitters, because the leadoff man has found his way on for the majority of the game.
1-2 skips in the dirt. Jay keeps it in front of him.
Got that hard-breaking curveball, and he spiked that one just a couple feet in front of Kane Kepley. Kane Kepley, not a guy who's going to swing and miss too often.
2-2, sent deep into right field. Taylor back to the wall, leaping over, and can't make the grab. It's a home run for Kane Kepley.
Back on, Carly.
And touch them all. Kane Kepley putting it over right field, and that's a beautiful swing. And Kane Kepley, a guy who can find his way on base any way he can, displays the power right there to down the right field line.
.91 miles an hour off the bat, 335 feet for the Liberty Flame. John Gazdar grounds one over to Cerny. In the hole, bobbles it. And Gazdar is at first. For Kane Kepley, we've watched him in batting practice every day. He hits the ball square. You knew it was only going to be a couple of weeks into this season before he launched one.
Yeah, hard line drive, back spins the baseball very nicely. It's a lot of low line drives. And that one, he got all of that one. Line drive over the right field, working hard, pull side. Kane Kepley's a guy who can do it all for the Harbor Hawks.
Just like that, Hyannis now to a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 8th. Cavill taps one, foul and into the netting. He's behind 0-2. Check back on Gazdar. He comes in standing. John Gazdar, a stolen base threat. Has 4 so far this summer. The 0-2 is downstairs, 1-2.
A good 0-2, 12-6 curveball. Don't want to feed Cavill 1, 0-2. He's going to be a defensive hitter, does well with 2 strikes. So trying to get him to chase out of the zone.
Grounder over to Cerny. Underhands it to Advincula, trying to turn 2. Not going to be in time. Cavill's able to beat it down the line for a second time today. Grounded into a similar double play potential in the first. Once again, Cavill works it down the first base foul line.
Yeah, that's a guy who's got some secret speed right there. That's a tailor-made double play, able to leg that one out and extend this inning here with 2 outs. See if Alex Lodis can keep this inning going.
0-0 pitch. As a swing and a miss. As a new arm starting to get warm for the Harbor Hawks in their bullpen. Try and close it out.
It's going to be interesting to see if Mitch Carricker.
Rubber disengagement for Perko. It's Reed Morning down in the bullpen for the Harbor Hawks. Lodis, healthy, swing and miss, 0-2.
And you saw Blake Cavill almost have him timed up there. That's why you saw the panic almost from Perko on the mound. He worked his way almost a quarter of the way to second base.
Swing and a miss. Perkos gets the strikeout to end the bottom of the 8th, but it was Kane Kepley's first home run of the summer, giving the Harbor Hawks a 2-run lead. We're going to the 9th. Can they fend off the Ketleers?
Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Harbor Hawks keep in Casey Hintz after a little bit of emotion in the bullpen Trying to keep Casey Hintz, who had a 1-2-3 outing that was pure dominance a half inning ago.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine they were going to pull Casey Hintz there, but in a big situation here, if Casey Hintz does start to fade, they will have Reed Mooring out there in the pen ready to go.
First pitch to Taylor is a called strike.
3 outs away. Casey Hintz going to try to shut the door. Had a great inning last inning.
0-1, tapper over to Hintz, off his glove. Gazdar's there, gloves flips it. Not going to be in time, though.
And that's a huge way to find his way on play towards the glove side of Casey Hintz. Casey Hintz just not able to get the glove on it, just tips off the side of it. And leadoff man for the Ketleers is on base.
They need 2 here. The tying run, and Cerny is at the plate. Hintz will work with traffic for the first time in this outing. Pitch that's outside. Missing for ball, 1-0.
And they're going to give an error to the pitcher, Casey Hintz, right there on the glove side play.
2-0. Pitch from Hintz, sidearm. Can't find the zone, and it's low, 3-0.
Pinch hitter in the box, number 10, Brandon Compton, the left-handed swinger in the box. Has a 3-1 count now, redshirt freshman out of Arizona State.
Is able to get a called strike on the 3-0.
Try to go for the righty-lefty matchup here, take out the right-handed batter in Cerny.
Taylor goes in, sliding safely on the pickoff attempt. Talked about big game here between these two teams. Half game separating them. Runner goes in motion. It's a liner foul down by the Harbor Hawks bullpen.
Nice play by the bullpen catcher for the Harbor Hawks, the high schooler, making his play over there.
Payoff pitch from Hintz. And a big AB looking for the first out of this ninth, and it's away for a ball. Now the tying run stands at first in Tyler Cerny, but it will be the pinch hitter.
Brandon Compton finding a way on base there, not extending the zone.
Back to you, Charlie.
And now Tanner Cunha, the assistant pitching coach, out to have a conversation with Hintz.
Reed Mooring still in the pen for the Harbor Hawks. Now beginning to get hot as his name could be called here, especially depending on what happens with the Longhorn Max Ballou.
Hyannis looking for final 3 outs of this one as they lead 4-2 here on the top of the ninth alongside Nico Sharp. I'm Jacob Irons. Matt Coates has been down by the dugouts all day long reporting for us. Now Max Ballou with 2 on. Shows bunt, pulls back. Corner's brought in.
Something big here, close. Runner on second, Devin Taylor. Anthony Silva came in for the bunt, leaving third base completely empty right there with Ballou pulling back. And they'll have Blake Cavill come in from first base.
Bunt shown. He gets a bunt off, but can't get it into fair territory. 1-1.
So they're going to run a bunt coverage here. Silva and Cavill both engaging in. Lodis staying home at shortstop, and it'll be John Gazdar covering first base. So they're going to collapse both corners. Shortstop staying home, second base. Again, John Gazdar going to first base to get the out. It looks like they'll be going for the out at first base, not worried about the runner at third.
Bunt offered, throw down from Bargo over to second. Taylor goes in standing. It's a bang-bang play that he's able to beat out.
And it's a big risk for the Harbor Hawks running that kind of bunt coverage, leaving third base empty. If Devin Taylor decides to book it 90 feet towards third base, it would be a close bang-bang play and a foot race between who can get there between Silva and himself.
But now in the 1-2, Hyannis will pull back Silva. Cavill will stay on the grass. It's a liner that goes foul. Big spot in this game. We talked about it. Hyannis and Cotuit separated by a half game. Cotuit in the second spot in the West Division right now. Hyannis trying to grab one here as the score stands 4-2 here on the top of the ninth. 1-2 pitch from Hintz is outside, 2-2.
Arm side, try to pull the string there. Just missing too much away. Wareham did get the victory against the Eastern leader in YD. Now moved to 13-5.
2-2 outside, 3-2.
Huge pitch here. 3-2, nobody out yet. The Cotuit Ketleers threatening. Can't give up a free base here, but also can't leave one middle to put in the gaps and completely tie this ball game.
Payoff pitch to come from Casey Hintz. 3-2, Nubber down the first base line. Hintz underhands it to Cavill. But with the fielder's choice, moves Taylor and Compton into scoring position.
It's a great job from Blue, finding a way to move those runners, try to get the bunt down. Had 2 strikes on him, but gets the swinging bunt down the first base line. Casey Hintz is a tougher play than it looks. A play down the line, and when you pick up the ball, all you see is the back of Max Blue. You had to somehow get it around him, able to make the flip to Cavill and get out number 1.
Now Kian Vu has a roller deep into the hole. Gazdar making the throw over in time for the second out. Cotuit brings one across. But now the tying run stands 90 feet away with 2 outs for Jaron Advincula.
Wow, what a play from John Gazdar. Ranging away from his glove side, moving towards second base, able to make the rock star slide, make a play over to first base. That's a big-time play. If that ball gets by him, it is no doubtably a tie game here. So saves the 2-run RBI, now leaving the tying run 90 feet away at third base.
0-0 pitch is downstairs to Advincula, 1-0.
And infield going to be playing all the way back and allow them to self-cover as much ground as they can and trust their arm. Lodis, John Gazdar, and Cavill playing on the back skirt of the infield.
1-2 is a Nubber, and coming in to come across is Compton, and Mitch Carricker is out of the dugout about as quick as possible. And now John Budka is going to call in his umpiring crew, as I think the question is whether it's a foul ball or not. If it's a foul ball, Compton can't come across to score.
It's going to be a big decision here. Did anybody hear the foul tip call? And it's going to be a close play, and thought we heard something, but.
And they will keep the run crossing. It's a tie ball game here in the ninth, 4-4 between Cotuit and Hyannis in the Battle of Barnstable. After the umpires conference, not enough to overrule. And we're going to see the bottom of the ninth here.
And the bullpen for the Cotuit will get up and going now. We will see a bottom of the ninth.
Tapper over to Gazdar. Sidearm throw to Cavill. That ends the ninth. Cotuit needed 2. They get those 2. We're going to the bottom of the ninth, tied 4-4. Hyannis needs 1 to walk it off.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention. When you need to be seen for a minor
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Hello there, Cape Cod. We're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
Welcome you back. It's Cam Schulke who comes into the game for the Cotuit Ketleers. A guy is in his second summer with the Cotuit Ketleers.
Yeah, pitcher out of Mississippi State, senior 6-foot guy, and you're going to watch this guy, and you may never see the same delivery twice. Works from about 3 to 4 different arm angles, as you see there. He's going to come straight over the top. He comes from a 3/4, comes from sidearm, also a knuckle scraper. This is a guy who's going to switch it up. We saw him this past spring for Mississippi State in SEC matchups. 47 innings pitched, 4.21 ERA on 32 appearances. So far this summer, this will be his 5th appearance, has a 4.91 ERA, 3 2/3 innings pitched, 3-to-1 strikeout ratio. And this is a guy who's going to continue to switch it up. He's going to flip a slider. It's going to float in there in low 60s, can come over the top, fastball at 89 miles per hour, can come at a sidearm, fastball 82 miles per hour. Going to continue to switch it up, and a very hard guy to time up right on the mound is Cam Schulke.
Mason White, Michael Natalo, Dalton Borgo will stand in. And it's a pitch up in the zone called for a strike.
And the first pitch is that frisbee that Cam Schulke has flipped up. It's going to have a rise to it, especially when he comes down as a knuckle scraper.
The 0-1. Dots into the zone, 0-2. 71 miles an hour.
First 2 pitches from Cam Schulke. First one, 68 miles per hour. That one coming in at 71.
82-mile-an-hour pitch. Mason White can't hold off on. And he goes down in 3 pitches.
That 83 mile per hour is going to be a sinker. So when he comes from that angle, it's going to be what his velo is going to look like, low 80s. So when he comes up over the top and throws that 4-seamer, it's going to reach the high 80s, low 90s. But it's going to have a lot of downward tilt, and this is a guy in Cam Schulke who has a lot of movement on every single pitch he throws.
Tatalo sits on a called strike, 0-1.
79 miles per hour, just flipping into the zone to the right-handed hitter, Michael Tatalo.
Who's 2 for 4 with 2 singles. 67-mile-an-hour pitch, a nasty one from the Mississippi State product.
And at 68 miles per hour, that ball is going to float on in and have a lot of horizontal movement to it. It's hard to wait back and stay back and use your hands on it.
0-2 rises upstairs, 1-2.
And there was that rising slider there. When he comes down, as that knuckle scraper, he's going to throw a slider. It's going to move up right to left on your screen. It's going to move vertically as well as it moves up. Not going to be your traditional slider.
1-2 gets away from Jay into the padding 2-2.
And then he shows you what a true slider looks like coming from that normal arm slot. 77-mile-per-hour slider. A lot of movement coming from the right-handed arm, but he's going to switch at that arm angle consistently.
Tatalo fouls one away.
Goes back down, tries to speed up the bat there, 80-mile-per-hour sinker. Tatalo able to foul that one over the netting, over first base.
Two with a Let's Go Hawk chant starting to echo across the field. Stays away for a full count. Michael Tatalo.
67-mile-per-hour slider there once again. Tatalo able to recognize it early. Ball was up in the zone and just kept floating up and away. It's a great take from Tatalo. See if he can find a way on.
3-2 to Tatalo. Has it go foul? Will it come back fair? No. Stays just an inch away from the chalk the entire time.
Tanner Thatch tried to let that one travel to him. You know, when it's hit off the end of the bat, it's going to spin foul, but it's going to come back fair, and Tanner Thatch tried to let it travel to him, so it landed fair right on the bag, and that one just staying foul. Michael Tatalo has another life.
Tatalo in his past two ABs has two singles. Had the liner to bring in the 2 runs that were the go-ahead runs at that moment in the bottom of the 7th for Hyannis. The 3-2, Tatalo swings and misses on Cam Schulke, picks up his second strikeout.
Schulke went back up to the normal arm slot, straight over the top, but doesn't throw a fastball there. That's where he's so tricky, is when he goes up top, you see him come in with a hard fastball there, breaks off the 12-6 curveball, and Tatalo comes up swinging.
Now Dalton Bargo with 2 away. Trying to end it here in the bottom of the 9th, Hyannis is. Trying to see the 10th inning for their lone extra. First pitch, runs inside. Bargo's able to get away from it.
And then there it is, that fastball over the top. 90-mile-per-hour velo when he comes to that fastball over the top. So far, his only high velo stuff has been a sinker coming from the downward slot at 83 miles per hour. There he goes, over the top, 90 miles per hour, just missing down and in.
Comes from the submarine. Goes inside 2-0.
Sinker just missing inside to the left-handed hitting Bargo. Harbor Hawks 1 swing away here in the bottom of the 9th, tie ball game here.
Dalton Bargo, broken bat, liner right to Advincula, who stabs it out of the sky. We're going to extra innings here at McKeon Park.
Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Welcome back to McKeon Park. Let's refresh you on extra inning rules here in the Cape Cod Baseball League. The two teams will only play one more inning. This is the 10th. If you're still tied after the 10th, it'll go in as a tie. However, in this inning, a runner goes on second in the international tiebreak. It is the last batter from the last half inning. So in that case, Jaron Advincula for the Cotuit Ketleers will now stand on second here as Hyannis brings in Reed Mooring to try and keep him at bay.
Yeah, it's going to be the last recorded out that's going to stand over at second base, and it's going to be Reed Mooring to try to shut the door. Tough spot to be in. Base hit, scores a run, and you can find yourself having no outs, no walks, nothing given up, and still get the loss. So it's a tough position for the UC Santa Barbara pitcher to be put in here. Sophomore came in a lot of late games for UC Santa Barbara this past spring, 30 1/3 innings, all out of the bullpen.
Came in on July 4th and shut the door against the Red Sox, pitched 2 innings, didn't give up a hit or a run, struck out 3, didn't walk anybody either.
And that's why they're going to go to him in another high-level situation, a guy who had success in that previous outing, 1 for 1 on saves, had 1 save, 1 opportunity. It's the guy, 0 ERA. This is the guy you want in a big situation here with a base hit. Gives up the lead.
He'll talk with Dalton Bargo here. They corrected on signs in a big spot for both sides, and no matter what team you are cheering for, half game separates these two Western Division foes here on this rivalry game on a Sunday night with fog rolling in Hyannis. Alongside Nico Sharp, I'm Jacob Irons. Matt Coates is down by the dugouts for us all evening long. It's Nolan Araki to lead things off. Bunt coverage will come on with Silva, and now Dalton Bargo comes out of his squat to have a conversation.
And Nolan Araki, not a guy who usually chokes up on the bat, heavily choked up on the bat here, and that could be what Bargo is seeing, to maybe attack a fastball up in the zone, try to get him to pop out that bunt, because he is heavily choked up on the bat at the plate, the right-hander Nolan Araki.
It's John Budka. The home plate umpire joins them in that conversation quickly. Silva will come in to play on the turn. Cavill onto the infield grass. Middle infielders back at normal depth. Bunt shown, and it goes foul down the first base line.
And that's exactly what they did to attack Nolan Araki there. Fastball high and inside. It's tough to be able to bunt that pitch. Whenever you're squared away, when you fastball up in the zone, it makes them pull it back there a little bit and bunt it foul. And we saw it happen right there. Reed Mooring attacking fastball up in the zone. Not a lot of place for your hands to go when that ball is high and tight.
Do they go back to it?
If that's the way you're going to have to attack it, to go fastball high and tight, try to go up in the zone, try to get him to pop out that fastball.
0-1 here.
Choked up on the bat once again.
Shows bunt. Bunt is pulled back. It's down low for a ball. Bargo came out of his squat to check in on Advincula, but Lodi's putting his arms up in the air, signaling he wasn't there. Warren comes set. Bunt shown once more. .77-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch.
Tried to break the curveball there. Looks like they're going to try to get him to just miss it and foul it off. Not as they go for the pop out. So trying to have that hard breaking downward curveball there to try to get him to miss barrel and bunt it foul once again.
2-1, bunt shown. It goes down the first base line. Bargo will be there. Miscommunication. And Naraki's able to get aboard and does the job advancing Advincula to third.
perfectly paced bunt right there, put in between the triangle of Mooring, Bargo, and Cavill right there, and none of them not sure who's going to pick that up, and that's a perfectly placed bunt. Now got runners on the corners here with 0 outs.
Now a pinch hitter here for the Cotuit Ketleers. Matt Kleinstein's in. Klein swings through for a strike.
That's a big swing here. Infield was pulled all the way in, but now they're going to go middle infield. John Gazdar and Alex Lodi is going to play double play depth. We're on the grass for first pitch. Back them up for after that big swing.
0-1, Matt Klein is able to get it into the left center field gap. White crashes on it quickly, but it's Advincula coming in to score the leading run. They lead 5-4.
And came in and got the job done. Hard line drive, left-handed batter using his hands, working towards that left center gap, and that's a beautiful textbook swing, taking that pitch right where it came from.
Now Tanner Thatch into the box. Hyannis still looking for an out. Pitch upstairs to Thatch. 1-0. He had the home run in the first to open the scoring in today's contest. Deposited one beyond center field wall. 1-0. Thatch was searching for that wall again. 1-1.
Thatch was trying to make it a 4-8 game. There was one swing. And they're here in another bunt opportunity here. They're going to trust the left-handed batter, Tanner Thatch.
On 1. Pitch that drops in for strike 1-2.
That's a good breaking ball right there, especially when you see a big hack like that from Tanner Thatch. He's looking for that fastball. And to slow it down to him, hard breaking 12-6 curveball from Mooring, perfectly placed in on the hands. Gets strike 2.
1-2. They'll say he did not go around, and now John Budka comes out of his squat and will say it hit Thatch, and now we'll load the bases.
And I'm not sure. I mean, that's a close one there, but a breaking ball in on the hands just caught the foot of the Cotuit Ketleers. Still no outs here. Bases loaded.
Now for Cotuit, they're trying to get as many as they can before Hyannis steps into the batter's box.
And you just saw Tanner Thatch over first base saying, hey, true 12-6 break's going to move 12-6. And he says that fastball plays in well behind it. If anybody can read lips and read hand signals.
Bryan skies one into the infield. Infield fly has been called, and it will be an out.
And the infield fly being called there saves Cotuit. If that ball falls and it's not called, that's an easy triple play with everyone standing on the bag. Great job from the umpire crew, understanding that is an obvious infield fly rule, because that's a perfect example. If that ball falls, easy triple play, and the Harbor Hawks are out of it.
Devin Taylor now picks up the lumber. Hyannis get out of this with a double play. First pitch to Taylor has him swinging and missing. 0-1.
That's a big swing. Reed Mooring pulling the string, the changeup right there, and if he had put that fastball right there, Devin Taylor was going to put that in the right center gap. Big swing from the left-handed hitter. Great call from the catcher Bargo to pull the string on a changeup.
0-1. Grounder out of the reach of Cavill. Naraki comes in. Quickly on it is Kepley, who comes all the way in to the infield to make the throw to Cavill. And it's now A 6-4 game for Cotuit.
And that second run is so crucial for the Ketleers. One run it can be easily manufactured with that runner starting on second base, understanding that you can bunt and a sac fly ties the game. So having that second run up there is so crucial. And the Cotuit playing station to station there, trusting the hitters behind them. And it's going to be a 6-4 game here and still threatening.
Now it's Timo Becerra, who was a defensive substitution in that last half inning for Brandon Compton at shortstop. He gets an opportunity with the Lumber. And now Mike Roberts will call on his bench once more. And it looks like he'll call for a pinch runner. This time it'll be Nathan Hall, the pinch runner, to step in for Matt Klein at third.
Put a little speed, 90 feet away, making it put some pressure. Any dirt ball reads. It's not too often you see the guy pinch run for a runner on third. You know, you can't steal. You're not going to, so maybe for a sac fly.
Grounder into the glove of Silva. Gazdar's able to get the runner at second, but scoring is the new pinch runner in Hall. It's now a 7-4 ball game in favor of Cotuit.
And Cotuit have poured it on this inning with a big 3 spot here in the top of the 10th. But coming into this inning, they had scored 4 runs off just 3 hits. So really having that timely hitting to keep them in this ball game. Harbor Hawks having 4 runs off 11 hits.
Now Max Ballou looks at a pitch that's down in the dirt, but he goes around for the called strike.
And that's that 12-6 curveball that Mooring has, and it's going to be so important for him to keep the differential here at 3. You have Silva, Tate, and Kepley due up for the Harbor Hawks.
0-1, runner goes in motion. Bargo throws down, Skipper, and they'll get the out in the caught stealing of Becerra. Hyannis down 3. He's going to need 3 to try and walk away with the tie. We'll see you on the other side.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
Hey Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
Well, welcome you back here to McKeon Park. During the inning break, Mitch Carricker, Mike Roberts getting into it a little bit, along with Sean Riley, the hitting coach. John Budka had to come in and separate them, but there will be a change for the international tiebreak pinch runner. It will be Nick Grove standing in for Dalton Bargo. Hyannis needs 3 to try and tie this one. It's going to start with Anthony Silva. He takes on Cam Schulke. Silva is able to turn on one, and it goes down by the Ketleers bullpen.
And it's going to be the speedy Groves on second base. It's going to take more than him to come across to be able to tie or win this ball game for the Harbor Hawks. Nick Groves, second place on the team with stolen bags, 6 for him, right behind Kane Kepley, who has 12.
Schulke's ahead to Silva. Silva swings through on the 89-mile-an-hour fastball.
And that's going to be great job from Cam Schulke to be able to work ahead there to Anthony Silva.
Stepping away is Schulke.
Schulke had a great inning last inning, struck out Mason White, struck out Totalo, and then a line out, broken bat line out to the second baseman from Dalton Bargo.
Swing and a miss from Anthony Silva for the first out here in the bottom of the 10th. It'll be a pinch hit for Josh Tate. They'll call on Jackson West, the Florida State catcher.
Great pitch there from Schulke, 68-mile-per-hour slider right there, and Silva couldn't wait back on it, got caught on the front foot and comes up empty with the big swing.
Now Jackson West getting his first time in the box today in a crucial moment. West ahead on the 67-mile-an-hour pitch.
And that's such a good pitch, and that's why Cam Schulke has had the success that he's had, keeping hitters off balance. 68, 67-mile-per-hour slider, but then can change the arm angle and work up to 90 miles per hour.
Nick Groves stands on second as the international tiebreaker here in this 10th inning. 0-1, West lines right over to Becerra at short. Hyannis down to their last out.
It's a great swing there from Jackson West. Schulke came back over top, 87-mile-per-hour fastball. Jackson West extending his hands, working away. Hard line drive to the shortstop, but also great base running from Nick Groves. Hard line drive, but he understood where his fielders were, and that's Becerra over that shortstop, so he immediately ran back to second base because he could have easily been doubled off.
0-0. Pitch is called on Kane Kepley for strike.
Kepley going to try to have a give it to the next guy mentality.
Once again goes back 67 miles an hour. It is nasty pitching from Cam Schulke. Hyannis down to their last strike. Oh, 2 away.
Tries it back door right there, 68-mile-per-hour slider. Kepley, a guy who's got great strike zone recognition and a very low whiff rate. Gonna try to choke up here and find a way to get on here, down 1-2. And Cam Schulke's a guy who misses a lot of barrel. It's gonna be a big matchup here. A guy who doesn't miss much at the plate in Kepley, and a guy who strikes out a lot of guys in Schulke.
1-2. Kane Kepley goes around swinging and missing. Cotuit comes all the way back to win it 7-4 in extras.
And after that big 10th inning, and they were able just to scratch runs across. They had the timely hitting that maybe the Harbor Hawks lacked earlier in the ball game. Had a lot of guys in scoring position just come up empty. They get the win here, 7-4, and it's thanks to their timely hitting.
Timely hitting for them. As we continue on the Harbor Hawks season with an off day tomorrow, and then it's back to White House Field for the final time this year to take on the Harwich Mariners. A tough one to swallow for Harbor Hawk fans. But the season comes on, and it's the beauty of summer baseball. Put that one behind you heading into the off day.
Yeah, have an off day to be able to maybe get away from baseball, and this is going to be a tough one for the Harbor Hawks, understanding where they could have done better. Had guys in scoring position once again, that you felt like that game was in your grasp and extra innings not even needed. Then you have that questionable foul tip call that wasn't called. Runner scores to tie the game in the first place. A lot of little things that could have been cleaned up for the Harbor Hawks, but you can expect them after the off day to come back and be in the right mentality.
They'll be in the right mentality to take on Harwich, hopefully. For our fabulous production crew, when I mean fabulous, it was Matt Coates, Daniel Bottolino, Charlie Adams, alongside my broadcast partner, Nico Sharp. We're so happy to bring you Game 2 of the Battle of Barnstable here at McKeon Park. These two teams square off on Thursday. Come right back here. It's going to be just as good, we have to imagine. These two teams battling it out for the town of Barnstable. We say goodnight from McKeon Park. It's Cotuit picking up the extra inning win, 7-4.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.